That was great timing. Well, welcome. We missed you last week.
And I missed you guys.
Last week was fun, though. I'll tell you that.
Was it?
Yeah.
I almost died.
Well, yeah.
I brought out a couple roleplay elements and a little bit of encounters. Actually, I think we had, what did we have, 2 fights or 3 fights? Now I can't remember. I think it was 2.
2 fights.
Two
yeah,
fights.
2 fights.
They were small. Though one of them could have been bigger.
One was huge.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're describing, right? Yeah, well, I'll describe it for you now. Last week we started off with the party entering Candlekeep, interested in finding some information on, I think, dragons and whether or not Candlekeep could handle the Black Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ended up discovering some information that seems to show that Candlekeep is not fond of dragons, but they do have information on dragons, and you received a bunch of handouts that I have in my folder or my file box here. So if you ever want to reference those again, just give me a holler. I will hand them out. It's not so easy to share them digitally, but I do have digital versions of them if Smirgoff wants. Basically, I think the information you gleaned was that dragons are hard to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot
vicious.
of stuff about like the history of dragons in Candlekeep and the suburbs of Candlekeep and the ruin and the fighting and the heroes and
Yep.
yeah.
Grand
Okay.
stories, historical
yeah.
accounts.
Also, potential weapons to be able to that people got to fight off the dragons as well. To fight them.
Yep. Yeah, there's this potential that you could.
Jeez, that's what was going on. I was like, what the heck is going on my phone?
Oh, something serious?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, so that was your brief stay in Candlekeep. You kind of met up with Erp, the druid, really quickly. He said, hi, how are you? Okay, goodbye. And then you met Melintus, this sort of disenfranchised scholar of some sort who is there trying to get his way through the Emerald Gates, but the book which he provided for entry was denied as valuable enough to cover the entrance fee. While you're there, I don't remember if I disclosed this, but you would know that with rare exceptions, most writings need to be in excess of about 10,000 gold pieces in worth in order to gain entry into Candlekeep. It's that locked down.
Yeah.
At this point, they have a lot of the common scripts, so it'd be hard to find a variant of something that just floating around that they'd be interested in. But keep your options open.
Okay.
After that, you took off back across the grassland towards the coastway, which is the path that runs north and south along the coast, from as far north as Waterdeep all the way down to the desert of Calim, which is pretty far south of you. And you were you had the companionship of the Black Dragon occasionally. He is now taken to flight most of the time as he is enjoying stretching his wings. And one of the times while he was gone, you were walking across that grassland and you became the prey of a very big flying monster, shooting down from high altitude like an eagle diving to pick up a fish. A green wyvern from a nearby wood essentially pounced upon its prey.
Mm-hmm.
And amongst the three of you, you whittled down its health and were about to kill it when Tyranny jumped onto the back of this creature, stuck his sword into its head, and your black dragon wormling came falling out of the sky in a very calculated attack, punching above its weight, almost literally slamming its body with claws and teeth into the body and neck of this wyvern, tearing it to shreds.
I was just holding on for dear life at that point.
I was taking a nap.
He was doing cool things. Yeah, Doothmer was
got-
unconscious.
He got hit pretty hard.
Well in the nape.
And
That'll happen.
Yep.
let's see. Yeah, that happened, and then the black dragon finished off the corpse, and that was his meal for the day. It was a pretty big meal, eating a lot more than he weighs. Actually, kind of looked a little heavy for a while.
Why does our little dragon look pregnant?
You ended up encountering a traveling merchant with his cart selling very strange magical wares, and Terran ended up purchasing one. It was the mummified hand of a goblin that gives him the ability to speak with wolves after nightfall when the sun, or excuse me, when the moon is visible.
Dude, I have a wolf friend now. Carbs.
Yes, that is important.
Okay.
I forgot about that
I
part.
have a wolf friend. I
I
saved him out of a trap.
befriended a wolf.
So I bought that amulet at that store so I can talk to him now.
That is correct.
He's just hanging out with us.
Yep.
From afar.
From afar, he's
Yeah.
following along at a distance, showing up when necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the movie Dances with Wolves, this wolf is like 2 socks.
Okay.
He shows up once in a while. While you were traveling along the path, you came to a ford for a creek. It was full of fish, and all of you were enjoying fishing when you heard the sound of a bear in the distance. And Smirgoff, run by me, challenged Terran to a competition
This was fun, yeah.
to see who could kill the bear the fastest.
I was trying to screw with him too. I was using my own abilities against him to try to like.
Yeah, he sent Hedwig after you to distract you.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
You won that one, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. Terran ended up winning that. He played a little dirty.
I did.
And then,
Sending that owl out there.
Yeah, you.
last but not least, you heroically saved a man who had been trapped underneath a rock slide. His name was Les. Les was incredibly grateful to you for saving his life, and he invited you to his abode. And that is where we pick up the story tonight.
Wonderful.
I was gonna say, tell him about the magic beans we bought. I'm just kidding.
The magic what?
No, I was gonna say, tell him about the magic beans we bought for him. No, I'm just messing with you.
They're the
Got these
beans of
beans.
farting.
Yes.
I don't remember what they were.
Dude, if there are anything like that, you gotta let me know.
They're called the Taco Bell beans. They're the Taco Bell refried beans.
Right.
Beans of farting. Okay. Well, we pick up now in a very small wooden shack.
And add 1,000 hit points. Add 1,000 experience to your character.
Yes, you did get a 1,000 XP last week. So,
Very nice.
I should have mentioned that. I don't remember.
He's
why I
like, shoot. He's like, shoot. I should be gone more often.
didn't. Les's family is made up of 5 individuals, including himself, his wife Laura, and his 2 sons Tim and Jacob, and their daughter Bailey. Jacob is the oldest, and he is in his late teens. Les is very grateful to you for what you've done, and as it's late in the day and night will fall soon, he asks if you would like to stay the night and rest as a token of his appreciation.
Oh,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, he offered us gold and we didn't take it, right?
Yes, he offered you a bag of coins, and you said no. And he said, well, at least come with me to my house.
Definitely.
And get into my oven.
Yeah. That's what it said.
That's terrible.
It's warm in here. Make you like cookies.
Well, thing tastes like a cookie baked in a tree.
Right?
So, his children are very welcoming towards you. They usher you to a spot set at the table that they hurriedly put together once they heard the sound of you outside, and they give you the most homey welcome that you could expect for what is the edge of the woods in the wilderness.
That's nice. I like that.
It's a small place. They give you each cups of spiced wine, and they present to you some meat
Spiced wine.
and a plate of steaming veggies, and then there's a ladle of gravy available to each of you. And as the night goes on, they ask you questions about what sort of adventures you've been on.
I instantly tell him about the wyvern incident. Be like, oh.
My friend needs to sleep this off really bad.
I was very excited about that.
Wyvern? Wyvern? You've seen a wyvern?
We did. And then we didn't.
It was in that woods. Our dragonated. We can't see him anymore.
What did you do?
I
Well,
just slept.
Why would you sleep?
I knew that they had it taken care of.
Ah,
he's just like,
I
Just take a
played
little
dead.
I could never sleep if there was a wyvern. I would be scared. I would scream like this.
that's good.
Yeah, that was Bailey.
Okay.
She hides behind her older brother. Tim, I'm scared.
I let the big guys take care of it. I knew that they had it under control. The
was
healer
fun.
needed to be knocked down a little
Is that
bit.
the only thing you've seen?
Oh, there's a bear. He had a bunch of cultists.
Cultists?
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, where are they in comparison on the map to like
Well,
the main road?
So you don't know that. Oh, you mean the house, not the cultists.
No.
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
no,
thought
not
you
the
meant the
cultists.
cultists.
No,
like,
no.
you
No,
launch
like-
your drone in the air and you find out.
My owl, you mean?
Do we? Yeah.
You do have an L.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can ask them how far.
Yeah,
How far are we from the main road?
Les is
Sword
kind of
fight.
propped up in his chair. He's not feeling so well, but he's being taken care of by Laura, his wife. And he says, oh, we are not far from the road. My son Jacob will take you along safe travel towards the road tomorrow. Where do you intend on going?
We're going to Boulder's Keep. Have you guys
Boulder's
noticed anybody coming through?
I was going to mention that because you said something about cultists.
Not the dust.
We have noticed a disturbance in the area, yes. Not 2 days ago.
What did you see?
2 days ago.
It was a sight that I never imagined I would ever witness. Roughly 200 or so men and other creatures driving a pack of horses foaming at the mouth with great speed pulling carts up the road. They made quite the racket and they have disturbed the peace in these woods. Only recently have the birds started singing again.
We should go set those horses free.
Right?
Yes. Yes, I don't know where they are headed, but they were headed north towards Baldur's Gate.
Our horses are fine. Their horses are about to fall over dead.
Yeah.
Speaking of your horses, Timothy, make sure they are fed and watered for these kind men. And Tim said, yes, Father. And he goes to the back and he grabs a bag of oats and he goes and he feeds the horses for you.
Oh.
Get a shotgun. Yeah, make sure you keep all the bad away.
This is the best meal your horses have had this entire trip.
Yeah.
They're pretty stoked. Who wants grass all the time?
Right.
Jeez. What are we, cattle?
Yes. Well,
So 2 days. So we're 2 days behind them.
tell me, how did you know of these cultists? Have you been following them?
For some time.
Why would you follow them?
Well, they were following us for a little bit because we got ahead of them, but
What
you
is your
we're-
purpose?
disrupting.
Causing chaos in there.
I see.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm trying to word it in my intellect.
Well, you and I, out of game, talked about this today, and so you probably have the best player knowledge, not character knowledge, but player knowledge of
Yeah.
what's going on. Let me reiterate real quick, just a little meta knowledge. It's not super meta because your characters know this. Laosin is a member of the Harpers, and he needs information for a council that's going to be held. And you guys were hired by him and were lent horses to secure this information and bring it to his contact, Onthar Froom of the Order of the Gauntlet, who is waiting for you at the tavern named A Pair of Black Antlers in Baldur's Gate. Once you reach there, Onthar should, Laosin intends to meet you as well, and then he and Onthar will plan what to do concerning this threat. And then, since this is literally their job, they will be more than happy to contract out more work for you, and you will be reimbursed for what you've done so far. So that it actually not reimbursed so much as paid.
Right.
Right. So your goal, if you want to continue with that, was to meet Onthar in Baldur's Gate to give him this information of things that you found. So you have infiltrated the cult multiple times. You have information, insider information. That's the sort of thing Onthar needs.
Any kind of information we can get, I suppose.
Anything.
Right? Yeah.
Anything. I mean, the more you can spy on them, the more you can secretly extract information from people like Kinnear, the better.
I need to organize my notes into something like that.
Well, that's yeah. I guess that's the thing too. Yeah, I guess any information we can do, so we could name drop in certain situations like this, possibly saying that we're under contract, with the Harpers, and the people that the house that we're at could potentially be Harpers, or they could potentially be, of a specific guild that I guess are friendly with the Harpers.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I mean, they could be nothing. They can be like, Harpers, who are those? Who are they?
Right.
How much do we know about the Harpers?
So you know that they are a lawful good faction that is seeking to rid Faerun of anything that would disturb the peace. So they are not. They're not extremely. Well, not extremely. They're not very violent. They would much rather settle things diplomatically, but they have the same ideals as the Order of the Gauntlet, which Onthar is a part of, and they're more willing to actually fight.
Which is good because, I mean, we don't do anything diplomatically because our charisma sucks.
Yeah.
There's no diplomacy
Yeah.
in our crew.
That one where you tried to fool him and you just trip and get stabbed. This shit was so funny. Oh my gosh.
They went this way. No, they
Just
Right in the beginning, too.
It literally.
I figure why not.
It's
Set the tone.
The
Set
first
the tone.
deception check that we tried to do.
We can set the tone. Yeah, we could open those bad boys up anytime for anyone that's hungry.
Better do it now before we forget about it.
Yeah, sausage is freaking killer.
Is it?
Oh,
Definitely
God,
gonna have
so
some.
good. So good.
Okay. Here's some. And here's some more.
Oh heck yeah!
I don't have two things.
So it's cheddar
You
blue
like more?
cheese and dill farmers.
I'm curious about the cheddar blue cheese.
The cheddar blue cheese is delicious. If you like blue cheese, I love that shit. It's just a pain in the ass to cut because it crumbles. If you like blue cheese, it's a strong cheese, but it goes well with like the sausage and stuff like that.
Do you need a plate? Plate?
I'm good at the
I'll
moment.
take a little plate. Thank you.
I'm good at the moment. I had dinner before I came, but
Oh, okay.
I'll be snacking on this stuff
So-
as I go. So yeah, the blue cheese is
That pretty much fills you in on the scoop, I suppose. As for tonight, your characters are safe and sound at Les's home. He can't accompany you in the morning for obvious reasons. However, his oldest son Jacob, is very knowledgeable in the area and is going to escort you the rest of the way to Baldur's Gate because Les says that he's aware of an owlbear that lives in the woods and he wants to avoid you running into the owlbear.
Oh,
That's probably a good idea.
that's a bummer.
I'm fluent in owlbear. Damn it. The one
I like it.
language I can speak.
I'd like to find out. I never got to talk to him before.
If you're fluent?
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you know
Yeah,
if you don't try?
I'm anal.
Maybe my
I'm
owl's
this
fluent
thing
in it.
Crazy.
Find out by not trying and living to try another day.
But what if my owl can do something with it? Because it's an owl too, you know?
I don't know. You
What
like
if
little
it can-
smokies?
Yeah.
I got some little smokies.
Sweet.
They're good and hot. Okay.
Yes.
Now that's settled. Well, the evening passes. They have a back room where they have a couple straw beds that they were able to put together with hide over top of them. So it's actually quite comfy compared to the sort of sleeping conditions you've had lately.
Probably a good thing.
That's fantastic. Where's the beer?
No beer here, sir, but you can have another cup of spiced wine if you
We did do a little drinking
Don't-
while you were babysitting the dragon.
Don't you have like a distillery? Or is it
I
kit?
do have brewer's kit, so I can sit down and brew, but it takes time.
Oh.
Get this one, right, this one.
Napkin set out. Silly me.
Which one was it? It's this one, right?
You wake up to the smell of apples and maple in the morning
Nice.
as he had as Les's family,
Yeah, that's what.
particularly Laura, present for you apple pancakes with a maple syrup.
That sounds delicious.
Ooh.
Mm.
I do like apple pancakes.
The children are excited to see you awake, but also kind of sad to see that you're going. Do you have to leave now, Uncle Smirgoff?
Right. He's like,
He's like, did you hear that, Austin?
here's a copper.
Hello?
Hello?
Did you hear that?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I didn't hear anybody say anything.
the children are excited to see you up, but they don't want you to leave. And one of them says, "Do you have to leave now, Uncle Smirgoff?"
No, I did not hear that. Things are moving quite quickly, I see. I've only known you, small child, for a mere night.
You
But
saved
yes,
my
we must be on our
dad.
way.
You saved my dad.
Well,
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
It was merely coincidence and good timing. Your father will be okay.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
You're welcome.
And little Bailey gives you a hug, and then turns away, kind of brushing a tear from her little eye.
Aw, you're breaking her heart.
I reach into my pocket and grab 3 gold coins and give them to her as a gift, a parting
Dude,
gift.
she's
Re-
Dang,
Really?
she is
For
rich.
me?
She is moving out.
For me?
3 of them, yep.
Bailey, you can't take that. That belongs to Uncle Smirgoff, Laura says.
She's like, no, I'm taking this and I am moving.
I am free.
I am buying a big place.
Les says, thank you for your generosity.
And
It was certainly unnecessary. But well appreciated.
Anytime.
You're very welcome.
Well, when you're ready to depart, Jacob will lead you. He will ride his pony.
His pony.
Yes.
Is it a fast pony? I'm just curious. You know, sometimes we have a dragon and stuff, and if somebody's falling behind, he might eat him.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we didn't tell about the dragon. They're probably gonna be like, oh man, shit. You got a what? Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Well, the funny thing is, you still
We'll
haven't
find out.
seen the dragon in a while, so.
He knows we're cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knows we're copacetic.
Okay,
We're
so
happy.
go ahead.
We're-
Yeah, you can bring your donkey.
Donkey.
Donkey. Oh, that's great.
Yes, it's a pony, but yes.
Yes. The same thing.
Kind of like a donkey.
Yeah, kind of like a donkey, except not at all. Okay, well, yes, this has been a much stranger morning than last night. Thank you, adventurers. Please, if you ever come this way again, tell us what has happened. Let us know. I would love to see your faces again. You have saved my life. I'm forever grateful. And so is my family.
Give him a pat on the back. And... Till next time, senor.
He takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Yes.
Luckily, I healed him for a little bit.
Please don't do that again. Okay, goodbye, Taryn.
Goodbye. Adios, senor.
Adios.
Adios. Andale.
I do not know these words. Bye. Jacob, be safe. Come back once you bring them to the city.
Well, we'll look out for him, man. You don't have to worry.
You would honor me by doing so. And with that you depart. The horses have been fed and watered and well rested. They were very safe overnight in quite a small little stable thing. And you strike out through the woods towards the coastway path. And Jacob explains to you along the way that he is going to take some rather strange looking detours. And you are going to have to switch directions multiple times because this is the safe way through the woods. If you were not to go this way, it would land you in a lot of trouble.
An owlbear.
One of them being an owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an owlbear hideout not far. It's like a cave for a bear, but has an owlbear in it.
But he's got a beak.
He's like an owl, but he's also like a bear. he
Yeah.
like this
He can fly.
like 17-year-old boy is explaining. He's like an owl, but he's like a bear at the same time.
Just saying, right now I hold the crown for last monster killed
That is true.
in a race.
Oh,
That-
if I
that
wanna
works.
fight
I
owlbears.
hold the racing crown right now.
the racing crowd.
Yep.
Huh?
What do I take for spells?
Well, it takes until roughly lunchtime, as you are going at not a trot but a walking speed. When you come out of the woods finally, and you are greeted by the bright sunny sky, blue, nope, not a cloud in it, and down the way through the grassland, you see the path stretched out in front of you. You have been heading west to get back to this path. And so you know that you would need to turn right to head north along that path towards Baldur's Gate.
Left.
It's been going west and you need to go north. Turn right.
That's left. Am I not? Am I missing? Oh, we're okay. Never mind.
You're going west, not coming from the west.
Yeah. Okay. I was reading in different.
No, that's okay.
I was like, wait a second. We're coming in from.
Can I see the dice? I need to start warming some up. I feel like they're super.
I've been warming these.
I hear his going. I'm like, man, mine are be cold.
No, it's the poker player in me. I play with my dice like I play with my poker chips.
Yeah, the chips.
Yep. Gotta keep them hot. Gotta keep them going.
All right.
Kick.
While I grab something to drink, why don't I have you guys roll some perception checks?
Perception! Dice! Woohoo!
How we start? Oh, we're not starting good. 2
Ooh,
2.
Ouch!
plus
Holy!
2 plus 4, so 6.
What is this perception?
Perception, 18. So I've been going in the Spearfish Creek wine bar, and I'll get like the buffalo summer sausage with that cheddar blue cheese. Oh my god.
Ugh, 10.
Highest was an 18?
Yeah!
Okay, let me think about it for a second.
Sweet, I may have perceived something. Sort of.
Yeah, I would say you definitely did. The rest of you smell your horses.
Yep.
You're like, what is that I smell? Oh, it's the horses.
Smells like a. Yeah.
This was the roll to realize that we actually did turn right.
Turn right to go left. Yes, thank you. Should I say no, thank you? Opposite land, maybe that's really means thank you. Okay. I would say that Duthmar, with his 18, right? Am I
Yep.
getting that correct? Can see off in the distance a little wisp of gray coming off the surface of, or just a little bit inward from the coast as you're looking north. It's not super hilly along the coast, so you can see a really far distance. So you can tell that at the horizon there is somewhat of a mound that seems to pop up out of the grass. It seems a little bit interesting. And as you focus your eyes in a little bit more, you realize, oh, that's a city.
Oh,
And
the
the little-
clean! Says the dwarf. Sweet.
The little wisp is smoke coming off of there, like chimney smoke.
I will point out the town. Hey, there's a city up here. A ways, but there's a city up here.
I look at Jacob. Isn't he still with us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
city up here, man. You see that?
That is Baldur's Gate.
That is it?
Yes.
We made it already?
So one
Oh,
day
it
away.
is a long way ahead.
Oh, okay. I got my distancing wrong.
It's like when you're coming up on New York City, and you're like, oh, there it is, and you're still like 100 miles away from it.
That's exactly the kind of vibe that's going on.
Gotcha.
Yep.
It's like, oh, there's a Sears Tower. I thought it'd be bigger. Well, you're a couple hundred miles away from it. Oh, okay. Sweet. So, excuse me. I'll go ahead and be nice, and I'll go ahead and tip good old. He's taking us all the way to Boulder's Gate, though, right?
Yeah, he wants to take you all the way to Baldur's Gate. He says, "Oh no, sir, I will be with you all the way to the town, all the way to the city. That is what my father told me to do."
I guess.
Are you going to be okay going back?
Yes, I've been this way before.
Okay.
It won't take long. We will have you there before sundown.
So we eat just in time for beer drinking, which means we should probably keep him with us until the morning so he can get home during the daytime.
Yeah.
So we can't get too rowdy, or we could.
Yeah, that would be something Les would appreciate, is if you look out for the well-being of his son.
Yeah, so we should probably head our way towards Baldur's Gate, and when we get there, we can find safe haven in a tavern, and get a room, keep him safe, and then in the morning, once we say our goodbyes, and give him a little coin for being so nice to us and escorting us all the way there, we can go and try to find. He just said his name. But I have it written down.
Ontharr Froom.
Ontharr Froom. We
Yeah.
proceed to find Ontharr Froom
Yep.
and give him the breakdown of what has happened and where we're at and how far ahead the cultists were and all that other fun stuff.
Yep.
I think
Onward!
that sounds like a good idea.
To the north!
Yep.
Yes, to the north!
Rolling to see if you understand where you're going.
19. We're going north.
You successfully understand where you're going.
Yes. Even though, for some reason, player doesn't know where the hell we're going. My character does. That's all that matters.
Okay. Switch up the music and sounds a little bit. Get us into a meadow here. Alright.
Dang flies.
The
come and burn the flies. With your...
flies were for but a moment as you pass through a bit of a wet area. And then you come back out into this flowery meadow.
This Belfouche. All these damn flies.
It is, in fact, very far from Belfouche.
How old is Jacob? Did you ever say? Is he like teens?
It's 17 that I went with.
17? Okay, maybe I missed that. Sweet. Does he carry any weapons with him? Visible?
He has a short bow strapped to his back, along with a quiver of arrows. And then he has a dagger on his belt.
Perfect. Just in case.
Yes, his father was wise and taught him how to defend himself.
Just one of those things as a just in case we do get ambushed or attacked along the road onto Baldur's Gate. I know that he's adequate to defend himself to a point.
Yes. Well, that's a little bit steeper than I meant it to be in this image, but
Steal me a red.
I like this image. Imagine something kind of like that, though less hilly.
Oh.
And though surprisingly, as you head through this rather flat area, there's a portion where the path runs through a cutout, like a very minor valley. I wouldn't even call it a valley because it's not that deep, but some slight hills obscure your view. There's a few trees. Can I have a perception check from everybody, please?
Oh, man. Perception dice.
There we go. 19.
22.
Okay. All right. Think about how I'll answer that real quick.
You don't see anything. I just wanted you to roll the dice. Just want to make sure you're paying attention.
The birds are
More
very
what?
quiet here.
Oh, Lord. Fifi, what are you doing? Quit staring at birds.
Right?
And maybe a little odd, maybe not odd, that you haven't seen the dragon in a while.
Well, as of the last couple days, we know that he likes to go off and, or she, or whatever, likes to go off and do their own thing.
Be independent for a while.
Yep.
We're gonna have to. What if she like terrorizes a village or something? Gonna have to go after Fifi.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to be like, what did I tell you about plundering villages?
She'll
There's plenty-
it'll look
there's
at you and
plenty
say, "Good,
Good.
good,
There's
No.
plenty of food.
no
In the
good,
woods.
Not good.
good." Yeah, I would say that the intuition of Smirgov is aroused as you have gone into this area. There's a little bit more shadow just because of the trees, and your path, the path in front of you has a lot of debris on it, from the trees dropping leaves and twigs and such. You can still see that the carts definitely went through here for the cultists.
Still probably 2 days ahead. I mean, that somewhat explains the lack of bird as well, because they did mention, when we were at the house, at Jacob's house there, that the birds are now just finally starting to come back. So if we got far enough north fast enough,
Yeah.
it could be understandable why there's lack of bird, especially in a wooded area.
Yeah.
If they just came through and stuff like that. So that's what my character's gonna go with. So that all birds still scared of travelers, of cultists coming through. That's what my perception says. Even though I rolled at 22.
Jacob takes his short bow off his back, but he doesn't stop riding forward.
Well, I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna follow Jacob.
Mr.
Probably not a
Tarrant,
bad idea.
I think it would be good to be watchful.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, my owl is gonna be out too. Kind of.
Okay.
It's wooded. It'll be above the woods. though.
Owls can fly through the woods. They
Yeah.
do all the time. What would his perception check be? I would have him do a perception check.
I think it's like 12 or 13. It might be even higher.
Where is it? I know that there we go.
What's Smirgov doing?
I got my bow out.
I am
That's pretty much it. Just
owl.
kind of following Jacob's lead. He seems like he
Perception
knows
plus
this
3.
area.
Okay.
Passive perception of 13.
13.
Skills perception plus 3. Stealth plus 3.
Oh, is that the owl stats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Tiny beast on the line. Hit points 1 die 4 minus 1.
Okay, well, the owl doesn't seem to see anything.
Okay. Just gonna keep following Jacob. Keeping an eye out.
Keen hearing and sight. The owl has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
That's cool.
Because it does have keen hearing and sight. Flyby, the owl provokes no opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. Sweet.
I think it's pretty
Nice.
neat.
You
Pretty
continue onward.
I'm not pulling a weapon out or anything like that. I don't have a ranged weapon right now, so my ranged weapon is my hands.
I don't know if you guys have ever hiked on a trail like the, what is that one trail that goes through the hills? It used to be a railroad. I forgot what it's called all of a sudden. It's the, okay, so you know how old railroad tracks will be, like the pathway will be cut through a hill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so an area where it wouldn't be flat, they would just cut it out and it would go through flat. That's kind of what this looks like.
Okay.
And so you get a little bit deeper in there and it gets a little bit darker and you kind of go around a bend. And you can't see the path behind you, but you can see the path in front of you. You can see that it's not long before you're back out into the open grassland. And suddenly, without any wow, my words are failing me. I'm sorry. All of a sudden, Jacob's horse, pony whinnies, and he rears up on his hind legs. And Jacob falls off of the pony, which backs up towards you guys, kind of a little bit sideways, backwards, like it is spooked by something. And Jacob stands up, gets to his feet, looks a little bit more clearly, takes a step forward, and this big net comes up out of the ground, and a line carries it straight up, and you see Jacob dangling in the air 10 feet above the ground. And he's yelling, "Oh, let me down! Let me down!"
Oh, time for whoever can shoot the rope with their arrow first.
Yep, that's good. You said he's 10 feet up?
Uh-huh.
I'll catch him.
Yeah, well, we'll send Doothman over there to catch him. I'll try to... does it look like it's suspended like at a single point by the rope? Would it be able to be shot down?
Uh-huh.
This is good.
Yeah, let's take a crack at that.
I'll let you go
I
first,
will-
Dawson.
I will give a strength check for when he falls. If he falls.
Okay, I'll
Alright.
take an attack roll at disadvantage for trying to get him down, and then I'll take an athletics check, I think, for catching him.
Okay.
Alright, attack roll at disadvantage.
Yep.
23.
Okay.
And
Wow, that's a good roll.
20.
Wow.
Natural.
That's good.
I got a 21 and a 11.
Strength 15.
Okay, so both of your arrows come flying through, and Smirgov's just by a hair, just by a moment beats yours in slicing the rope. Yours would have sliced it too, and the net with Jacob flailing begins to fall.
Sweet, 15 on my strength check. so I can carry a little bit better than my normal.
Oh man, beats it. Okay, I didn't know what the DC would be, so I rolled for it.
Beats it, sweet.
He got a 15.
Nice.
I got a 15. Do a dexterity save at the same time, please.
Dexterity save?
Yep.
Oh my.
You got it.
We'll see. Oh, hell yes, 16.
Ooh. Okay. You fall,
+0.
and by some sort of a miracle, the two of the holes of the net that would have caught you as it fell on you just fall over you cleanly, and you are standing not entangled.
Nice.
However, Jacob is entangled for sure. It's a right mess.
All skill.
Clearly.
Do you have a dagger?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'll put him down since I caught him, and I will pull my dagger out and I'll start cutting him free.
Ah! Roll initiative, please, as you hear yelling.
Sweet.
Is he free yet?
Nope.
Sweet.
This all happens.
That was fun. Thank you, dice.
At least we got him
Now's when I
down.
roll my 1 and stuff like that for my initiative. Oh, hey, no, look at that. 13.
I also got a 13.
A 2? We'll say that was for my familiar.
2 with all your two with all your pluses.
Oh, that one's not good either, really.
Okay, you two are back here.
11.
It's fine to move your characters a little bit if you want. Well, Doothmer's here. Fifi is not available.
Or
NA.
is she?
No, she's not available. Or he. I haven't.
As far
I keep
as
forgetting.
we know.
We don't know how to
We don't-
determine sex of dragon. I mean,
Yeah, you still haven't figured that out yet. Okay, and then because I don't have a little boy, that will be Jacob. It's funny, he's to scale. He's slightly taller than the dwarf. All right. Let's track this initiative here. All right, who has 0 to 5?
My familiar.
Okay. 6 to 10.
That's... Oh, no, I have an 11.
No 6 to 10.
Nope.
no.
11 to 15.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, we have.
I had a 13.
I had a 13, natural 13.
Okay,
His
who
is
has the higher dex?
Oh, he does.
Okay.
If he got a 13, it's because he rolled like a 4.
Okay. The boy is an NPC, currently unable to do any because he is restrained, but I will roll for him. As soon as I find my d20. The boy gets a 12.
Nice. Right after me.
Yes. So he will be right there. And then unknown. Yeah.
How entangled would you say he is? Like, he can move, like, his arms and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's actually there's actually a mechanic for it. So I pulled this. He would need to succeed a dexterity save of 13 to break free.
Okay.
Actually, it wouldn't be a save. It'd be a dex athletics check, I should say, to get free.
So
And
since
he can
I'm,
be assisted to get advantage
I
on
was
that.
gonna say, so if I'm assisting by cutting him out and stuff like that, that would help him break free.
Mhm.
And since I am not entangled, I am free.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's right.
Cool.
Okay. Battle music.
But assisting him is an action, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Hang on a second. That might be untrue. There's two instances where we could use this word assist. In checks that are outside of battle, it doesn't matter. In battle, it is. Oh yes, it is an action in battle. Okay, I just had to go through that in my head.
Okay.
You are correct.
I thought it was just because it would. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for asking because I hadn't thought about that in a while. I didn't remember the answer at first.
I think it's almost like maybe pending what you're assisting with too.
Correct.
When it comes to like something of this nature, I would think it would take an action. But if it was like something like I'm assisting someone to hide, or
Yeah,
sneak,
it
or
is
something
almost-
like that, it'd be a little different.
Yeah. That's a weird situational one.
I'm assisting you with my glasses so you can see better.
Here, have a better
that might be
perception
a reaction.
Okay. It is no surprise to you as you all become surrounded by cultists and kobolds.
Honestly, who puts a trap here? Honestly,
Yeah.
Well, we're about to find out.
Throw me a freaking bone here.
Okay, the little ones are going to be the kobolds. 5, 6. So they jump out from behind the trees. They have been prepared for this. What happened? Oh, you're.
I was gonna say, when did we get?
Something happened.
When did we get away from the pathway?
Yeah, that was a software thing. That was not a physical moving of your pieces. Okay, so those are the ones you see at first.
I love the DM terminology. Here's the ones that you can see.
For now.
For now. At first. Like, here's what you can see. So you're like, ah, crap, here we go.
Yeah.
Let me see my spell list so I know what I can, so I know how I can beat the crap out of these guys. I have to be careful because we're in close quarters. Here's the ones you can't see, but I'm going to put them out there.
You're correct, actually. You're correct. You hear rustling in the bushes, but you can't see them yet. They're, well, you can see this guy because he's not in the bushes. Just basically, if there's a bush in front of him, imagine you can't see him. Okay.
Okay, so can you still tell what's going on, Austin? So right here is where you guys are.
It's difficult to like differentiate between the pieces.
Okay, so
I'll zoom in for his.
You guys are right here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we can zoom.
Kind of.
And then me and Jacob are right here. So we're on the pathway. Everything else is around us.
Okay.
He's gonna give you a little bit of a zoom.
It's kind of a weird, finicky, redneck way of doing it. Is that any better?
Yeah. No, that's quite a bit better.
Sweet. So I would say, can you see my mouse on the screen?
Yep.
Okay. This, I'll just point in real life. We got friendlies will be on blue. We'll use blue poker chips. How's that? That'll work.
Yeah, that'll actually work well.
There's Jacob.
And me.
And you, yep. And then there's Smirgoff. And then there's Tyranny. And we should probably get him a different colored one so he knows who he is, huh? Should have thought of this before, but I didn't until now. You can have the gold coin for tonight until I figure out a better way to do this.
Gold coin!
Perfect.
Okay, that's
that worked quite well.
The gold actually shows up really nice.
Does it? Okay, that's
Yeah.
good because that's what's important. We need him to know who he is. At
Gold
least.
coin!
As I slowly upgrade my system each week.
Oh, so we're surrounded, which is makes it fun because
Here's another thing I can do that I forgot I could do.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
not too far.
can mess it up. That's what I can do.
Oh yeah, you can go. you can go a little farther.
That's more better.
There we go. Then you can actually
Very
see
nice.
the grid too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Learning. So the kobolds jump out and they all make some sort of attack on you. We'll see if they actually succeed. Okay, this one comes up on Doothmer assisting Jacob. So does this one. So does this one. And so does this one. You see they're wielding spears, which means they have 10 feet of melee.
Okay.
So they are actually not in engaged range with you, which would be 5 feet, but they can still hit you.
Very dexterous, us dwarves. Very, very dexterous.
Very interesting. Across short distances. Apparently, one bird comes back for a moment.
To warn us.
Hey!
It's a spy.
All right, I've got a 15 and a 17 on Doothmere. The rest would surely miss.
15's a miss. 17 is a hit.
Okay. Right.
And this is with a spear, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
I need some dice. Oh, there they are.
And they are they 10 feet away?
Yeah.
So does this one need to move back?
Yeah, we can leave him where he is. That guy will be in actual engaged range.
Okay.
2 piercing.
Okay.
See, as the one of the purple guys hits you. At the same time, we have 2 that are going to attack you guys. So Smirgoff's going to be attacked first among the 2 of you.
What is a round?
A round would be everybody gets to go and then we start over. How does a 21 sound for hitting Smirgoff?
Yeah, that'll probably hit.
Most days.
Ooh, he did max damage of 6 piercing.
Oh, very nice.
You dirty dog.
All right, and then one against Terran. How does a dirty 20 sound?
I believe that'll hit.
So dirty.
Yeah, it is dirty.
So
Isn't it?
dirty.
Do you have another erase marker?
Yeah.
I probably gave one. Alright, probably have
Leave
the
it
other
on
one in
home.
my car.
He only does 1 damage to you.
Okay.
Oh, it must be nice.
How's red?
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's the end of their turn, but that's just the kobolds. Smirgoff, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
That is the perfect person to attack with a dexterity hit.
Uh-huh.
That's gonna be 12.
Ooh, that's a fail.
How is that possible?
All right, you
Change
get
dice.
you get engulfed with a net, and your condition is restrained.
Oh, lovely.
So, if I grab my DM screen,
So
I'll read for
did
you.
the net come flying at him?
That's right.
Okay.
Restrained. Speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from bonus speed. Attack rolls have disadvantage. Attackers have advantage. And then you have disadvantage on dex saves.
Nice.
So,
What does it take to get out of this net?
you would have to make a successful... I would go with either strength or dex. So it'd either be acrobatics or athletics check to try to get out. One would be
Okay.
to just rip it with your strength. The other would be to try to worm your way out of it.
Gotcha.
Your dex is impeded, of course. So athletics might be easier. That's going to be weird, stacking markers like that. Learn something new every session. Okay, so that's the end of their turn. And we now go to Smirgoff, who is caught in a net.
Come on, man.
While you're laughing at him, going, ha ha ha, you didn't roll good.
Can you explain again how the dexterity is impeded? for this?
Yes. You have disadvantage on anything dexterity right now.
Okay.
Wow, this is a really fun snack.
Yeah, let's try to break out. I'll make an athletics roll for that.
Okay.
14.
Ooh, you break out.
He does a cartwheel handspring to a double full.
Very
tuck.
nice.
Uses his action, and his movement would still be 0 until his next turn. So, unfortunately, that's all he does in his turn.
Yep.
But he did break free, so good job. We would then move to Doothmare, unless he wants to use a free action to pull out his bow, for instance.
Yeah, I'll pull out my bow. I thought I already had it out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I know exactly, yeah.
That's
all
totally
the
fair.
bow did. I didn't.
It's okay.
But I do have my dagger out right now.
Yeah, you do. Because you're trying to free him, right? Free the boy.
Yeah, prior to us getting ambushed.
Yep. Yeah, so you have a trapped boy in a net, and then you have 4 kobolds around you with spears. Not a great situation.
Okay. As my free action, then I'm going to go ahead and drop my dagger.
Okay.
I'm going to pull my sword, and I'm going to assist the boy in getting out.
Okay.
Because I'm not tangled, he's tangled, and he's prone, and he needs to get freed. So I'll give him advantage.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Sweet. Well, it would be his turn next, so let's see how he does. Oh, natural 1, but he has advantage.
Thank God.
For 9. He still has a boy's strength, too. I mean, we'll give him a +1 because he's becoming a man. 10. This is not enough. So he is still restrained. Poor guy. Gotta get higher than that.
All good.
Taryn, you're next.
Okay. So I am going to
God, that sausage is freaking good.
face step within 5 feet of these two,
Okay.
and I have my autumn one, my autumn season, so I can
Nice.
touch 2 creatures of your choice within 10 feet of you must. Oh wait, not that one. Sorry. Oh, touch 1 willing creature within 5 feet. Teleport to an unoccupied space. So I'm gonna touch the boy,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna move him 30 feet this way.
That's amazing. Now, does it have any sort of condition, like it teleports whatever he's holding or wearing, but nothing else that's touching him?
It doesn't have that, no.
Okay, I would just assume
teleports
that's the
in an
case.
unoccupied space 30 feet.
Yeah, it'd be weird if it had some sort of contingency that if he is wrapped in a net, the net comes with him.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so he's
That'd be
not in the net.
Unless
it
it's
would
an
be useful
enchanted
for an
net.
enemy. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. In this case, it helps you. In a different case, maybe not so much.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
gonna go up, I'm gonna touch this guy with an attack roll, and once I touch him, I'm gonna teleport him 30 feet off the cliff.
Nice work. That was a great idea.
thank you. And then I can still fight, right? That's not my action, I don't think.
I'm not sure.
What is that? What is it called?
Face step. I think it's a bonus action. I remember Zach in my other campaign doing something and then face stepping.
Yeah, I forgot to write that down.
Should be under Elven Eladrin racial traits.
I think it's a bonus.
I really
It's a
want to
racial
say bonus too. I don't have my phone on me because it's up there, so I can't Google it. But
Okay.
it's a racial trait for Eladrin to have a face season.
Okay, as a bonus action.
Sweet. There's the answer. I was pretty sure it was. I'd be
So,
surprised if it wasn't.
I'm gonna turn and attack him with my scimitars.
All right, Mr. Red Guy.
Yes. I need a different dice.
They're over here.
That's an 8.
Here, have a
Die
purple.
is horrid.
An 8. I get a hit with the second one, right? If I. And then an 18.
Yeah, both of those, or excuse me, the second one should hit.
Okay.
I think the
Right,
second
Dad.
one misses. Oh my god.
Yeah, just the second one. Sorry, I
I'm
kind of
scared.
misspoke there.
So that's gonna be 6
6
damage.
Nice.
He did.
Nice.
I don't have any dots for you tonight.
That's okay.
I might have my connects though. You like my connects?
Oh, dude, I like it.
I still have his pretzels.
Pull them off. I get confused very quickly.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
is it acceptable?
Oh, yes, it is. I will accept these. Even though dots are my favorite.
Yeah, I just haven't been to the dollar store since yesterday. And I didn't think to get them.
All good. All good.
Would move on to the familiar then, I think. Unless you wanted to risk opportunity attack and leave by moving.
Me?
Yeah.
You
Opportunity by who?
Yeah, good point. You killed the guy who'd opportunity attack. So you have movement left over, is I guess what I should say. But you face stepped there in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have your full movement, which is what, 25 or 30?
30 feet.
Now remember the taller guys, you can't see. Other than this one that looks like a bear here. That's the only one you can see. The rest of them haven't shown themselves yet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move to this guy.
Could we perceive what direction the net came from when it got thrown at Schmirgolf?
You can try using your passive, and if that's not high enough and doesn't give you as much information as you want, you can use your action to do a perception check.
I don't know if I would technically be able to see that based on what I was doing, but I mean my passive would have been 14.
Yeah, I'm going to take into account the fact that you were focused on something.
I was
as well.
focused in helping.
You heard the net come from that direction, but you
Okay.
didn't really see it.
Nope, that's fair. Oh, these guys are in trouble. These guys are in trouble now.
I like that white cheese. I haven't tried it till now.
The white one's good, yeah. The white cheese is good. It's creamy. The blue one's like my favorite though. It goes really good with the sausage.
It is good.
There's a blue one?
It's
Yeah, so that's
it's a blue
the
cheese cheddar.
blue cheddar.
Oh, that's what that is? Oh,
Yeah.
that's the first time I've ever had blue cheese. I've never had blue cheese before.
Has
This
that
one's-
little sharp, funky hit on it.
This one's better. I don't normally like blue cheese.
Ah.
But
I love blue cheese. I'm a Gorgonzola blue cheese
Oh, I like
nut
Gorgonzola.
ball.
Okay, that would take us back to... Oh, the familiar. We skipped over the familiar. Is he
not-
even cast right now?
yeah, he's cast, but I'm not gonna do anything with
Okay,
him.
he's just kind of watching.
Yeah.
Eye in the sky.
I want him to be kind of watching after.
Watching the boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can see through the eyes of this owl as a free action?
No, I have to be in like a trance.
Okay.
Oh, I see why you're not using him now. Okay, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Well, I was
I can
just
still
wondering-
telepathically kind of talk
Command
with
it?
it. Yeah, command it,
So
But
maybe since the familiar's flying around, if you can be telepathic with it and stuff like that, I would assume that's just a free action in some way.
Probably.
yeah.
So he can be perception. Maybe he can see the people that we can't.
I would think of it in the same way that you use your free action to talk to somebody else on the battleground.
So 6 words.
6 words.
It's like whatever you can fit into 6 seconds is usually how I say it, but
Oh.
yeah, 6 words is fine too. Like if you want to give complex instructions, it would take an action. Just because that's how this system works. Not because it makes any sense, because it doesn't make any more sense. You use your action to get more time.
Right.
So the owl says, "Yep, there's more there."
Right.
There's more than meets the eye.
I want him to be primarily focused on the kid.
Sounds good. He will look after the child. The boy. Alright, that brings us back
Oh,
to
man,
the
son.
monsters.
I'm all man.
We're about to see if he is. Rustling in the bushes.
Rustling in the bushes or coming out to be seen, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, they definitely show themselves. Let's see. You're on this spot, is that correct?
Yep.
Right there? Okay.
Yep.
And Terran he's kind of been like right here.
We can take the red ship out there. He's undone. He undid
Oh yes,
himself.
yes, correct. Thank you for catching that.
I didn't until I was like, wait a second, why is that red ship there? Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, I did. Okay. One thing I forget to do as a DM is sometimes just look and analyze before I make my next move because I'm afraid of dead air, and I hate. I'm trying to work on that. So, for the sake of not making that mistake, I'm going to think about this for a second.
I feel like I'm right in the middle of.
This guy would be here, actually. Okay. I'm satisfied with that. Except that this guy's going to move forward 5 more feet. Okay. So we got two spear attacks on Doothmare.
Oh yeah. Who's okay? So this one and this one still the 2 red ones,
I'm going to go with this gray one and this purple one.
but he's within 5 feet, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
never moved him out of the 5 feet.
That's important for me.
12 and 11.
Both misses.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, you're fine there. I do need you to make 3 dexterity saves, though.
Me?
Yeah. I've never asked that of a person in combat before.
2 of them are probably gonna miss. 11, 8, and 3.
Okay.
So I'm entangled by 3 nets.
It is 3. Yeah, 3 nets. So unfortunately, you're restrained. Would you mind sliding that on?
That is cool. That is fine, I think.
Here.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, you don't want to restrain yourself yet.
No, I don't. I don't want to do that. No.
Yet.
I want to be free. You can't restrain me. I'm a face-stepping fool.
I'm a free spirit. You
I
can't
don't-
restrain
you can't
this.
restrain- No, you can't do nothing.
Okay. Well, 1 spear attack on you, and then 1 net. So I'll need a dexterity save from you.
Where's my dexterity? Oh, right there.
Would you look at that?
12.
That is a fail. You are restrained, sir. Here's a token.
I don't want. I
These
don't
guys
want
are
that
gonna
thing.
get really pissed off.
At the same time, does an 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Don't worry, it won't do a lot of damage. It'll only do 1.
Oh yeah, I'll take
That's 2
that.
turns in a row. You've only taken 1 damage. Okay. Four dex saves from Smirgoff, please.
Or?
4.
Oh boy. 24,
Good.
18,
Good.
23,
Good.
and 14.
Also good.
Wow.
Wow, you avoid all 4 nets. That's really impressive.
Start taking these people out.
Oh, they're about to feel a world of pain.
Good.
I rolled 14 to hit twice.
Let's see. If my AC is 14, does that hit?
Chris,
Yes.
do you want to be right in the middle?
Okay. Yeah,
'Cause I have
here?
I have another
Okay.
teleporting face step that I can face step you out, and both of us can be. Well, I
Oh.
guess you could.
I'm not concerned because I'm about to
Only
blow up all
5
4 of them.
piercing.
Sweet. Sweet.
5 piercing. Okay.
just because I'm restrained doesn't mean I can't pray.
Right.
Casting spells doesn't require me.
Yeah, do they have a somatic element to these spells?
Somatic. I mean, I guess an S.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then you can't.
Well, what all do I have to do? Somatic wise, I didn't want
just-
to like.
Rules is written. If you're a restrained condition, anything with a somatic element can't be cast.
Ooh.
So we have 2 restrained people, 2 not restrained people. That was the end of the monster's turn. It goes to Smirgoff now.
Alright.
So I'm only gonna be able to remove 1 at a time, right? So it's gonna take me 3 actions to.
No, I'd be
remove
fine
all
with you
3?
doing it all in one turn. No.
Okay.
It seems absurd, but you're just being entangled by multiple nets at once. I think
Okay.
it would be unreasonable of me to ask you to do it 3 times.
Well, it's just one. Yeah, it's 3 separate nets, so I didn't know how we want to go. about
Yeah, I don't think the rules cover that sort of situation, so I'd say 1 is fine enough.
Well, I'm gonna take my longbow and
it. So that's gonna totally change stuff.
take some shots at those guys just to the left of me.
What color?
The red ones?
The red ones. The 2 that are side by side.
Right here.
Yep. So for the closer one, gonna roll a 11.
That misses, actually. That's surprising.
Well,
Now what?
I'm trying to see if I have to. I do not have to hit in order to attack the second one. So I'm gonna attack the second one,
Okay.
and that's a 19.
Oh, that'll hit. Yep, that'll hit.
And then
Nondescript cultists, by the way, they don't seem to be of any particular rank.
that's gonna hit for 9.
9. You kill him. Tall guy goes down.
Very nice. And that's it for my turn.
I
Okay.
guess I'm not pulling my longsword. It'd be my warhammer now. I forgot my warhammer.
It'd be your turn now.
Yeah, since I can't cast, I'll go ahead and try to break free.
Okay. Go ahead and make that either athletics or
Yeah, it's
dex.
gonna be athletics,
Acrobatics would be the
and that's a
alternative.
1. So no.
Ooh, still restrained, unfortunately. You could communicate with your free action if you want.
No, I'll be like stupid ropes.
Fair.
Freaking
Very
stuck.
fair.
Stupid ropes.
Let's see. Okay, we're on to Jacob. Jacob is out, and he basically says, "What happened? What do I do?" And that would kind of not quite conclude his turn, as he uses his free action to pick up his bow and take a shot at the purple kobold that is
Closest
right
to him.
here.
Nice. Attaboy, Jacob.
Would you roll a short bow attack for me without the modifier, the attack modifier? Because I just don't know what the damage would be.
Oh, that's a 4.
Okay. Dang it. That's not gonna hit.
Well, son of
Ah,
a... I'm not rolling so hot.
yeah. There's always next turn.
Right?
Uh,
Maybe he's so scared.
now that you've warmed up your die, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh.
Better roll this time.
If I move here, does that provoke opportunity from that guy?
Yeah, because he's got a 10-foot spear.
Ah.
You're stuck right now, but you'd have to face step to get out of it.
So I wouldn't be able to move up one and attack him?
You could, but kind of like chess, we got to consider the other ones. You'd be moving out of engaged range of I take this back, actually. This guy does not have a spear. I forgot. He has a net, not a spear. So you could.
So I could move up.
Yep, you could move up 5 feet that direction. Yep, and it wouldn't provoke anything.
Okay. I'm going to attack him. My scimitars. Oh, that'll hit. It's like a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
-2.
Finally it hits. There we go. 8.
All right. We'll say he's dead as well. One of your goodies. Oh, that's
He's
a lot
dead.
of kills. You might want to save
Yeah, that
those
guy's-
kills for later.
Wait. But I'm restrained, aren't I?
Ah, crap, you
forgot
are.
to get out.
Your movement speed's 0.
He's
We
still-
gotta undo that. All right, vomit up the Mike and Ike.
Okay. So, dex save?
Dex or
It
strength?
would be athletics or acrobatics check. Acrobatics would be at disadvantage because you're imposed. It's imposed by the net. So your athletics is probably your best bet, unless you're terrible at strength.
Well, not really. +1.
So it's either a +1 or +4 at disadvantage.
Okay. +4, probably. Even with
You roll twice, take the lower.
Yep. Well, that's a crit.
Oh, crit fail.
We're just gonna stick with that.
Well, that's a bummer.
So, do I still have my action?
No, that would have been your action.
That would have been it.
You have your
Do I have my
bonus,
bonus
action.
action?
Does your bonus action phase step require that you have the ability to move
No,
at all? Does it have a somatic element to it at all?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, then you feasibly could cast that and get yourself free from the net. Let's double check that. Make sure there's
as
no...
a bonus action, you can manage the teleport 30 feet to an occupied space you can see. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus when you regain all expended uses. Finish a long rest.
Okay, this would be your second use
Yep.
per a long rest, so you wouldn't have
It
it
would
anymore
be.
if you did use it.
Correct.
Let's just double check. Phase step.
But hopefully after this battle and stuff, we get to Baldur's Gate and you can sleep and get them back. I wouldn't expect to get another attack.
I think when you level up,
Alrighty.
you get to +3 proficiency at level 5, I think. So,
That's cool.
yeah.
5 and 14.
Yeah, it's a trait. It's not like a spell. There is no somatic element, so you are welcome to do that. If you want to break free of the net.
You should have done that first as your action, then you would have still gotten an attack.
I should have, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was
But-
trying to save it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I really have to yet. I still have shield that I could use.
As a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you. You have 2 options here.
Let's stay in the middle of it. I'm gonna save my face stuff just in case I'm.
Yeah, you're
forced
fine.
out.
I'm not too
for this, right?
concerned
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah, I'm good. So yeah, that's my turn.
I'm glad we picked Eladrin for your fighter's race. That's a really cool ability to use
I like it a
in
lot.
fight.
I like it a lot.
Excuse me. Sweet. We will move on to familiar. Anything different?
Nope.
No. Okay. Very good. Next is back to the monsters again. Okay. We'll pick on Smirgoff first.
Yay!
Speaking of which, did Smirgoff get to do the thing he wanted to do on his turn? Did he attack and kill someone?
He attacked and missed, and then
Attacked
killed the
and
one,
missed.
and then killed the second guy.
That's what
Yep.
it was. Okay, thank you. I'm like, I kind of felt like I'd skipped him.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so we would have 2 spear attacks and 2 nets this time. So 2 dex saves, please.
$17
Pass.
and 22.
Pass. And then I have a 17 and a 15 for attacks.
Both hit.
Okay.
What's your AC?
It's not high. He's a ranger.
14.
14.
11 piercing. That's
Oh.
that's gonna leave a mark.
I am down to 3 health.
Woo wee!
Okay, it's at this point I will make a note that anybody who has taken damage. Have you taken damage? You have, right?
Yeah.
Toothmar, have you taken damage?
2 points.
Okay, you all feel something different about this fight than what you're used to. Instead of it really being piercing damage, I've just been referring to it as that. You've actually been almost more like hit with the intent to knock you unconscious.
Bludgeoning, yep.
Yep.
They're trying to steal us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, makes sense?
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
So he does not get restrained. He took damage. Then we're going to move to Terran. Terran, you're going to get 2 net attacks on you, so I'll need 2 saves.
These are dexterity.
Correct.
20.
That'll pass.
12.
That'll fail. So you're still restrained. No, 1 additional net, but I guess it doesn't really matter for the role play of it. And a 13 would miss, right? To
Yes.
hit you. Okay. All right. That's all that happens there. Doothmare, you're restrained, and instead of being attacked, you have 2 kobolds make grappling attempts on you.
Okay.
So your choice if you want to use strength or dex to resist. Dex would be impeded, so it would be at disadvantage if you didn't want the
I
dex
would
route.
use strength.
Okay.
So I have a question about grapple.
Oh, they
as well.
did terribly.
So 15
Yeah, that one passes.
and 6.
That one also will pass. Kobolds are very bad. They both
So a
roll
grappling attack.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I have reactions, stating that when a creature within 5 feet hits me with an attack,
Mm-hmm.
grappling is considered an attack, but it's a saving throw versus saving throw. It's a saving throw versus attack roll. So when they grapple me and they touch me, does that warrant a reaction?
So according to the terminology I've used
That's what I
With
was just
other-
looking up, because
with other parties, it would be referred to as an action, not an attack.
Okay.
Because an attack is a specific action. So that's why I'm careful about my use of the word attack. Because attack is used to inflict damage or
Right,
to
right,
try
right.
to, in this case, knock you unconscious. In this case, it would be an action that they're taking against you. And so if your ability to react is incumbent on it being an attack, then it wouldn't apply in this case. Is that correct? That's what it was requiring?
correct. So
Okay.
like if I want to use that, it does specify that it needs to be an attack
Okay.
made, but it doesn't necessarily say damage. It just says when a creature within 5 feet that you can see hits you with an attack,
Mm-hmm.
you can use this reaction to cause the creature to make a dex save. So
Uh-huh.
it's one of those gray areas that I think, because grappling isn't necessarily an attack, but it is somewhat considered an attack because
It's a weird one. I don't know if I misspoke. I should have said check instead of save on your part. You succeeded both, so it's a moot point.
yeah, it's a mute point. That's why I
'cause-
was sort of wondering. I'm like,
Yeah. A grapple is one of the only things in 5th edition where it's a check versus a check.
because it's
Not
sort of
a
like
check versus a save.
they're not doing an unarmed strike. They're doing a grab.
Correct.
They're
They're-
trying to grab me. They're not trying to damage.
Yeah, they're like bear hugging you, trying to get you.
But if
stuck to the
someone
ground.
was able to grapple me and then
Uh-huh.
try to hit me on top of the head, I could react because it's an attack.
Yes.
roll.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Correct.
See that, and that makes sense. It's just one of those areas that's just sort of gray.
It's weird. I agree.
Cool.
Yeah. So that was the 2 kobolds. I'm gonna have the cultists move in. This guy moves up close. He's gonna make the grapple attack. This guy is as well. They're clearly surrounding you at this point. third guy, they're targeting you specifically. Sorry to pick on you, Chris. I don't mean to pick on you.
No,
I did
it's
this
all
last
good.
week too, actually, now that I think about it. For some reason, you are perceived as a grave threat to the DM. It's probably
They're in a lot of trouble if I get out.
Yes, I think that's we'll
So
just-
what
yeah.
are, you're trying to grapple me?
Yep, there's gonna be 3 more. There's some high rolls.
13, 14, 15. In sequential order. I rolled a 12, 13, and 14.
Nice.
So 13, 14, 15.
Well, I got a 17, 4, 18.
17, 4, 18, so 2 of them will.
2 of them
grapple.
have grappled you.
All good.
Okay, because you are now unable to react, these 3 then just grab the net and start tugging. And they can't really get you anywhere on this turn, but they're pulling this way.
Okay.
That doesn't impose any opportunity attacks from you guys.
So for me to be able to get out now, I would have to make multiple actions. So I'd have to break grapple, and remove nets.
Yeah. It's gonna be challenging, but it's not over. It's far from over.
No, I have ideas.
I'm glad. I'm trying to bring the heat a little bit, but not terribly. Smirgoff's turn.
Components.
So Smirgoff, you see this happen. You see that your friend is now wrapped up in 2 nets, and he is grappled by 2 individuals, and 5 are now trying to drag him down the path away from you. And to make it clear for you, since you're on the computer, we have this guy who's grappled Duthmer, and then we have this guy who's grappled Duthmer. So it's the 2 tall guys on either side of him.
This is tricky.
It is tricky. I've never imposed so many condition effect on one person.
I like
Well,
it.
I have,
I
but
like
but they haven't been these challenging ones. These ones work really well together.
Right?
Well, if I kept throwing nets at me, I was gonna question how many nets they're carrying with them because damn.
Yeah,
They got a
they
backpack full of nets.
eventually they run out
Not a lot of
nets,
nets.
right? They got a bag of holding. It's just a bag of net holding. They throw the whole bag at you.
Well, I only have 3 health, which makes it even more tricky.
What?
Yeah,
Where
because-
are your guys' health at?
You have a healing potion.
My health is good.
You know what we should do? I'll step away for 5 minutes and give you guys some time to think about it. It'd be Smirgoff's turn. You could all kind of strategize, I guess, what you think would work.
I know
Above table,
I know
it's
what I'm gonna
okay
do.
for you guys to talk about your plans.
Yeah, so
It's not metagaming.
so this fight is well from over. So
me and you are 5 feet apart, right?
I think we're 10.
We're 10.
I don't. Yeah, I think we're 10. Or I think I'm here, and then there's a space. Then there's you because you killed the person that was here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, you were here, and you got him freed, and then you moved up here to kill the guy. That was or you moved away from me to kill one of the guys.
Austin.
Kill this guy.
So-
I wonder if there's any way that you could help me take off my restraints. Because then I could Fey touch Doothmare out, and then we'd all be free.
So what?
I should be able to do that.
So
And then,
you have a
Sorry, go
healing
ahead.
potion. You have a healing potion. You should seriously look at quaffing that healing potion.
I think priority, though, is to get you out.
Well, I mean, I can help you, but so what I plan on doing for my next action is casting thaumaturgy or thaumaturgy. I can't even freaking say it. And I'm going to cause the ground beneath me to tremble. So I'm doing like a scare tactic. If you can like quaff like your healing potion to at least get you some healing. You know, I don't know what is that a full action to be able to drink a healing potion? I'm sure it probably is.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, you take one more hit, you're going down.
Yeah,
and you're no good to us down. I still have 41 hit points. They might drag me away a little bit, but at the same time, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time to continue on. We still have Jacob out here. He's shooting arrows. You know, I think priority is to try to keep yourself alive because I'm in no condition to be able to cure you because it requires all my cures that I have stationed up right now are touch. So I need to be able to touch you to be able to do it, and I need my hands. I'll need my hands free to be able to do it anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's probably the best option. If I'm down, I can't do anything. So.
Right. I think you should definitely like drink your potion and then like try to move away since you're not grappled.
Okay.
Move away somewhere out of their out of some of their ranges. So therefore, like maybe come out this way. Maybe these two can catch up to you or something. But these guys are concentrated on him. These 5 are concentrated on me. He's currently safe and he's going to launch arrows at probably the kobold or whatnot. So if you can get away and you can drink your healing potion, that'll at least allow maybe these 2 would come up. But that'll at least allow you to potentially shoot one of the guys that has me grappled while I'm trying to use spear tactics to get him out. And if Darren can get out, you know, because he has a better chance of getting out than I do right now. Right now, I'm sort of like let them do what they want right now, and you guys try to like triangulate and take some of these guys down, because once you start taking some of these guys down, they're either going to drop me and go after the threat, or they're going to continue to try to take me and you guys can just take them down. As long as you guys
potion is 2d4 plus 2, right?
2d4 plus 2, yeah. So I mean you
can
get up to
I'm gonna take that and then skedaddle on out of the way over there.
Fair enough.
That's going to be 8 hit points.
That's
not a bad roll.
That's a good hit, because that puts you back to 11.
Yeah. That's a really good roll.
2 3s or a 4 and a 2.
Yeah. Could be
4 and a
better,
2.
Could be worse.
So what was our view on if he passes through this guy, he gets an opportunity of attack when he leaves?
Yeah, because
so we would have to find a way for him to 1 2 3 4.
Yeah,
5,
I can
6.
go around him.
So you can go all the way around. You have 30 or 35?
His 35.
35.
So you can come all the way over here if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay, so we're gonna 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and go over here.
And then I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah. Why don't we take an official 5?
That works for me.
I think that's a good idea.
I will do that.
So you probably would put together that this is also a group that stayed behind from the main group because they don't have the treasure with them. I would just think your insight would be good enough to deduce that.
Oh, well, my insight's excellent.
You don't have the entire cult here trying to entrap you. You just have a group of these individuals.
So we
trying to trap
definitely take 1 or 2 if we can, and get information of how they knew we were coming this way, what prodded them to try to trap us, like, because we're getting out. There ain't no way.
Well, no, what's going to be funny is I'm going to cast a spell, and I'm going to use my free action to say something.
Thaumaturgy's cool. I think that's the one I have.
Thaumaturgy, yeah.
That's
So I'm
the
I'm
one
gonna,
where you can
yeah.
like make your voice 3 times as loud, and you can change the look of your eyes and
Oh,
that
yeah.
sort of stuff. I have that on my sorcerer.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with that. So yeah, that's gonna happen because I just need verbal components. So I'm gonna make that happen, and I'm pretty much gonna say, you know what we did to your friends, right? You know what we did to, yeah.
I think you'll be fine. We killed your friends.
You saw what we did to your friends. That's less than 6 seconds.
Yeah.
They're lucky they were able to restrain me because if I was able to cast, I was going to cast Shatter, and I was going to take all 4 of them out
Yep.
because they would have had no chance. Because I could have channeled Divinity, Destructive Wrath, hit Shatter. All 4 of them would have died. Doesn't matter what their saving throw would have been. They were taking max damage. And even if they didn't take they were taking max damage, and even if they saved, they take half max damage,
Right.
which would have been Shatter 24
Jesus.
plus some, so they would have taken at least 12.
This is a kind of encounter I have never run before. I've never run an entrapment encounter before.
I like it.
I do too, isn't it? It's more diverse than we just hack and slash.
Yeah,
or
it is.
cast fireball at each other all day.
And there's reasons behind it.
Yes.
Why?
Why are they?
It'd be fun. It'd be fun to get captured, just see where the hell they take us.
Almost.
Because then we could break out and beat the shit out of them.
Essentially, what I would need in order to capture the whole party, let's just for the sake of discussion, I would need you all to be restrained and grappled, all of you. I would leave Jacob out because he's not strong enough to fix this. Technically, if you guys can't stop Doothmare from being dragged off, then he's been captured. Because you are outnumbered, and they could feasibly get him moving a lot faster than they currently are, just dragging him. But
See, that's what I'm saying. If in the next action, even if they drag me a little bit, next action he takes off one of the people that are grappling me.
he gets progressively slower at being dragged.
Yeah.
He can't get nearly as far. Each person that's picked off, and they can't return fire because they're busy dragging him.
Right.
So that's the balancing aspect for me, in that like I can't just drag you off into infinity here. You do have agency still. Also, I like your thaumaturgy plan. It's a cool idea.
Well, that, and I'm gonna use an intimidation roll and
So I built my
remind them-
sorcerer for
remind
that.
them what we did to their friends.
Use thaumaturgy, and what I would do for you is I would give you advantage on your intimidation check using thaumaturgy, and then because this would take several turns to do, but because you can stack 3 effects of thaumaturgy, each effect you stack, I would give you another bonus.
Up to a minute, yeah.
So if you can manage to, and this would be a weird situation, if you can manage to stack 3 bonuses and 3 progressive intimidation checks, each made with advantage, the next one advantage probably with +2, next one advantage with +4.
Right.
I don't know why that would be necessary, but if it was, that's how I would do it. And it would essentially be just attacking your proficiency bonus on, and then tacking it on twice on the last one, since you've got so many effects going for you. I think that makes sense. I think that works.
I think it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna either make them drag. I'm gonna make them freaking save like crazy, and I'm gonna either that or They're gonna pee themselves.
Yeah, I've got a lot of rolls coming now. A lot of rolls.
The thing is, 5 of them are against me. So in
Yep.
all reality, we got 2, 4, 6, 7 against 3, give or take. So in all reality, I still like our numbers.
I think I would be in the same boat if I were you. Welcome back.
I am back.
Because they can attack and they can try to grapple me all they want as long as the two, as long as at least 2 of you are free. I think we're in good shape. Even if one of us is free.
I think we'll move on to your turn then.
Because what's great is like both these guys. You know, I mean, there's people that are within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah.
And 10 to the ranger that can shoot twice.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you go boom, boom, friggin' 2 people fall, and friggin' with the things I'm getting ready to
and
do.
they don't have that much health, so it's not that hard to take them down.
All right, so on my turn, I am going to start chanting, and I am going to cast Thaumaturgy, and I am going to start making the ground below me tremor. And it tremors for a minute. And I am going to make an intimidation roll on the 5 that are around me.
That would be a wisdom save from them, right?
For intimidation.
Yeah.
I would think it's a perception, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to make an intimidation, and I'm going to pretty much state, you saw what we did to your friends.
I like Pathfinder's version. They call it a willpower save. It's better choice.
It's not the highest, but it's not the lowest either. So.
What'd you get?
14?
Well, so far there's a number of successes for you. Oh, there's only 1 that passes. And I'm going to say it's a tall purple guy.
This guy passes.
Passes.
The bugbear.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Yep. The rest of them are intimidated, and I need a moment to think about how that manifests in actions.
So one of the people that are grappling me is intimidated, and the other 3 are intimidated.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
They pee themselves and start running around in circles. I can't wait for my next turn, because then I'm gonna start making thunder noises in the sky.
Like that? Almost.
Oh, the whole ground is shaking for like a minute. I'm shaking the whole freaking ground harmlessly.
Okay, I'm going to roll that those 4 drop the net and run. And they use dash, and so they just go off the screen. So you can just take them right off the screen.
These 4.
Yep, those 4.
No
The other guy
way,
is like,
really?
We worked so hard to get him! I'm not letting go!
Oh, you're toast now.
Okay. You want some Mike and Ice?
Oh
You
yeah.
earned them.
I was like, oh Jesus! I went crazy and spilled them. I spilled them. Oh, that's a really bad next throw there.
Leave it as a little treat for that one mouse that will probably break in here.
I almost gave you the
Stupid
crap
mouse.
on Sunday or Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Saturday I was in there and you were back behind the coffee bar there, and you dropped like a metal thing or a cup or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
You dropped something and it's all good, it's all good. I'm over here. I was like, get better dice. I was like, roll for dexterity.
Yeah.
Save. Failed.
I have to make a charisma saving throws at work. They're not dexterity saving throws because
Roll
half
to
the
not be
time,
embarrassed.
half of our coworkers are insulting me. Not necessarily in a real intentional way, but it's a joke. But let's see here. So that happens. Doothmare, did you have any more action economy you want to use?
No.
Okay. Then Jacob.
No, this is the whole casting time is one action.
Okay. Jacob's going to use his action to climb up onto his pony, which has wandered back over towards him. And then he is going to ride around Yes, exactly. That's exactly the direction I was thinking. He's going to use his pony's speed, which is considerable, to try to round up your horses so that they don't run away.
Nice.
So Jacob doesn't know how to really help other than he's going to, I'll stop the horses from escaping. And so he's going to go do busy himself with that.
So 40 feet?
I think horses get 60 feet of movement speed. Yeah, it's pretty far. Okay,
Should I go further away from this guy?
no, that's okay. There's a tree away. There's, that was entirely necessary. Okay, so that's that. Now we're gonna move on to Taryn.
Okay, I want to try to break out again.
Go for it. That would be a strength athletics or straight roll with your modifier, or it would be dex at disadvantage with +4.
Let's just do strength. 8.
No. Sorry, not gonna happen. Good try though.
Ah!
Oh,
Let me out of this damn net.
Same thing familiar, nothing? Is that right?
Yeah.
You don't want to send him into... Oh, I guess you have to use an action to do that.
Not necessarily. He has his own action economy.
He, does he want to go in and feint? Not feint, but
Help.
S-E-I-G-A-G-N-T. I think that's the one where he gets in his face and makes it hard for the enemy.
No.
Okay. Sounds good. Going back to the monsters. Do you know how much your character weighs?
I did not get a specific weight, but in here a normal dwarf is I can get you a rough estimate.
Just trying to figure out what's feasible for how far this one cultist could drag him. Because imagine I was dragging somebody who's his build.
I'd say within like as fast as the action
Considering I'm
goes,
struggling too.
I'd say like maybe 5 feet per turn.
Yeah.
Well, I think that he'd be able to get maybe just under half movement speed.
That's usually what I've opted for in the past, but I've never really checked the rules on it.
So
They're-
dwarves.
It depends on how you're thinking, because like
This is a lifting,
normally,
pushing,
if you
moving
think about
rule
how
set.
fast people are fighting and somebody's trying to drag a body off by themselves,
Right.
Size dwarfs stand between 4 and 5 feet tall and average about 150 pounds.
150 pounds. Okay.
So I guess it just depends on what the cultist's strength is versus, encumbrance, I guess.
I've just been using ChatGPT recently to ask those questions, and it can parse through the DM handbook and find you the
That's
exact
right.
Yeah.
That's
way
right.
to calculate that kind of stuff.
drag a body.
Yep. And as long as you specify like in 5e, it should pull it from that.
You make a strength check. DC is 15. Well, let's do it. Let's find out. Great idea. Thank you, Austin. I forgot I had access to that on this browser. I have a very limited version of it. I got a 16. And so...
So, I mean, there's
How far
semantics, but is
can
it just touch?
the person be dragged? No rule. If it's excessive, your carrying capacity, your speed drops to 5 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna say he moves 5 feet because for tonight, that's all I need. It would be more if there was more people. So we'll put him there. So pitiful, absolutely ridiculous. He should just stop what he's doing and get out of here. So he's done. I've got 2 opponents that are gonna come up to you and try to grapple you now. So I'll need 2 saves from you. Or not saves, actually, they're checks. I'm sorry. It's either strength or dex. You're better at strength right now because you don't have the disadvantage.
So components, you said V
I
and S. So S.
don't like either of these dice.
What if the S is just touch?
Do you want my negative dice?
Yes. Might give me something
That's
better than a crit fail.
You don't want a D16. That's a D16 if you've never seen one before.
What's an S?
Here.
So
Aqua.
Thank you.
So you failed.
Crit fail.
You get another one as well.
Oh, okay. Crit failed.
Are you kidding me?
your dice
I
are
thought
horrible.
this. I'm pretty sure the statistics of that happening is like 1 in 400.
Well, it happened.
And then the next one, it's like 1 in 4 million, and then it's like 1 in 4 quadrillion
should I
or
try
something
again?
like that. I don't know. Yeah, try it again. Let's see what happens.
16.
Oh well, doesn't count unfortunately.
So
Aye.
what?
What you think,
What's the
Chris?
somatic?
Somatic
of
is
that?
moving your hands.
Right, but it's like what if it's like the range is touch. So what if the somatic is just touching them?
Yeah, it's.
I find it odd that one has a
I
somatic
would
element to it.
perhaps allow it with disadvantage if the range is touch. Because the whole what you do with your hands thing is kind of left up to your imagination. And so if you want it to just be that you touch the individual, I would say disadvantage seems fine to me.
Because it's like if he's grappling with me, I mean,
Yeah.
is he grappling with the rope or is he grappling with me?
Yeah, and I think it makes sense in the touch range spells. But other stuff.
I
don't
got
think so.
pinned instantly.
Right. Right, because it's like, one person, it's like if the somatic gesture is to touch, because it only requires like one hand free. That's what it's like, one hand free of use.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I am grappled, but it's like I'm already touching you, man.
Yeah.
So it's a.
I would be comfortable saying if it's a range of touch, then you are capable of casting it but you have to roll at disadvantage
Roll
if
at
it's
disadvantage.
rolling. If it's a non-roll one, then I'll just grant it a success because there's nothing I can do. It's just the rules are not comprehensive enough for me to do something different.
Right, no, that makes sense. I'm not too concerned at this moment.
Okay.
Just because there's
It's a
only
great
one
question.
person that's
I
dragging
never
me
considered
5.
that ever. Say again?
There's only one person, he's only dragging me at 5 feet. So
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned at this moment.
I would say the other guys are able of dragging you 10, and they're going to do so. They're going to move you 10 feet, but they're going to move you off the road. So that gets you
the road.
Help me!
like kind of right here-ish.
Oh, I hope I get loose.
Are they hell to pay?
Oh man.
You guys don't know the hole you're digging for
I'm
yourselves.
literally about to use everything.
You have dug your graves.
I'm using everything I got on these fools.
Okay, and we got 5 more enemies. So 15, 20, 25. He gets close enough. 15, 20, 25. He doesn't. 15, 20. That guy. Or 25.
Oh, sweet, they're not going after you, dude. Freaking, you
5.
can launch some shit.
5, 10. All right. We now have one guy who is not actually helping because he's just too slow. The rest of them are pushing or shoving, and so these guys are able to help push you 10 more feet.
Are they just pushing me or are they grappling me?
They're pushing.
Okay.
What's an ability modifier?
So that would be. So this would be an ability modifier +4.
Okay.
Yep. It's different than a skill modifier, which would take into account your proficiency.
And it can
bonus.
be any kind of ability modifier?
What's the context of the question?
The 2-weapon fighting. Add ability modifier to damage of second attack.
Oh, so it'd be either your strength or your dexterity modifier, depending on what kind of weapon it is.
Okay.
So these two guys are able to push you a little bit further. And the other guy's like, wait for me! And that ends their turn, bringing us to Smirgoff.
Very nice.
Do some damage.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do my best.
There are a bunch of participants that are within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah. Do we have any preferred participants that would like some arrows?
You pick whichever ones you want because I'm going to be casting Thaumaturgy again and
Yeah,
pretty much
probably
demanding them to let us go now.
Thaumaturgy.
just those two closest to me.
I hate to be that guy, but
Yeah.
it's like...
I'm going to
We'll
cast
make a
it
new
again
spell
and I'm
for him,
going to
it's
pretty much say,
Thaumaturgy.
let us go now. I'm warming up my advantage dice here.
Yeah, shoot whoever you want.
Shoot whoever you want that's within 5 feet of each other so you can kill 2 of them.
Yeah, let's just go with those two that are closest to... Yep, those two right there.
Sweet.
First one is going to be a 17.
Hit.
I'm trying to keep them like in the squares. The squares are just a little too small.
Yeah, they are.
And that's going to hit for
He dead.
8.
8.
Dead. Pick a target.
This one?
Yeah, they pretty much have the same
Yep.
armor class.
Well, it makes a
Alright.
difference because this is the guy that's grappling me versus these guys are pushing.
Oh, yeah!
And that'll be a 23.
Okay, remember that. You're no longer grappled, but you are
Yep.
restrained. You're now just being pushed across the ground instead of grabbed and pushed.
That might change what I'm gonna do.
Okay, another attack?
Yep,
This
and he
one's
hit.
23.
Oh, that'll hit.
And that one hit for 6.
Okay, he's dead too.
Remember, we need to keep some.
I know that's why I think I'm gonna change what I'm gonna do now that 2 of them are dead. Only one person's pushing me. You got 4 around you. I can attempt to get out. If I get out, you know, that's gonna be fun. I mean, getting out would be my turn, but
So far, you've made 400 XP.
Nice.
Just this fight. Anything else for Smirgoff? Does he want to move? Does he want to talk? Or
No, I think that'll end my turn.
okay, sounds good.
he says, "My name's Inigo Montoya. I kill you all."
We move to Gimli now.
Heck yes. I will attempt to get out.
No one pushes a dwarf.
15.
That would be a pass.
Oh, I
So
actually
go ahead and
passed.
remove that red poker chip.
I'm so jealous.
Put him there, 5 feet away. Cool. So I use my action to get out.
All right.
Do I still have movement?
Yes, but you would take an opportunity attack from 2 people if you try to move.
This one's concentrated on grappling him, so would I from this one?
It's a good point. He's not in combat with you. Okay, just 1 from the red guy.
I like these.
You like it? It'll work? I'm happy to hear that. Where's the epic fight music? It's getting more epicer.
More epicer.
So, how many people are grappled? Or have him grappled?
All 4 of those?
2.
Oh, 2.
2? We'll
Yeah,
just say
yeah,
these
yeah,
2 and
that's
these 2 are
correct, yep.
assisting?
Correct, yep.
I just want to phase step out of there just because
Do you still
all
have it
over.
left?
I have one left.
Oh, sweet. Well, that's your ace up your sleeve.
It
man.
is. If I wanted to boast, then I'd just disappear. Nobody find them. You're like, what the fuck?
Does it say whether or not you can go up? Because there are trees. You could, like, face step into a tree.
It says 30 feet unoccupied space that you can see.
On top of a big tree branch?
I don't see why not.
So if I move out and you opportunity attack me and you hit me, I can react to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A reaction
move
to
out
a
of here.
reaction.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you want to shield react? Is that what you're thinking? Or wait, that
Oh,
was
I'm
what you were
gonna.
talking about earlier.
If he hits me, I'm gonna Wrath of Storm his ass.
Oh, we haven't seen this yet.
So if you want to roll your attack, opportunity attack.
I've got a 9.
Oh, that's a miss. I was gonna say,
Dang, I want to see that.
I
If
wanted
he
to
hits
see it
me,
too.
I was gonna force him to do a dex throw. If he fails, he takes damage. If he
One time you
passes,
want the
he
enemy to
takes
hit.
half.
Right?
Cool. So I am going to end my turn.
All right. Jacob has rounded up the horses, and he comes galloping back towards Doothmer,
Woohoo!
with Doothmer's horse in his hand, offering the reins to him.
You're like, thank you. I guess. I mean,
Do you want to take the reins from him?
yeah, I
Okay.
can take the reins. I guess. I mean, that's a free action. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, good sir.
That'd be his turn. Bring us to Terran.
What do you think about the tree idea?
I think it's feasible. I think if it was a branch that could hold your weight, which would not have to be all that big.
And I don't think we're gonna run into another encounter. And if we're wanting
If not,
to, wanting to capture these guys, or capture a couple of them,
Here's your tree.
we're gonna have to.
Here, Brennan, do this.
That works.
I just disappeared from their sight. Gone.
He's gone.
I like it. Okay, they're like, hey, what happened? And the kobolds lose their nerve, and so have the two short guys run off, the purple and red one. Leaving 4 cultists that waste their turn looking around, doing perception checks, and identify where Doothmer is. But they don't move.
We're all kind of hidden now. They're the ones
How
surrounded.
many do we want to take?
2 at least, I think. Just 2, probably.
I'm opting for Smirgov kind of passively hid himself. He didn't really actively hide, but they weren't paying attention, so they didn't manage
That's so
to
funny.
keep
Literally, they're
track of where he
looking
was.
around and nobody's around now.
So if you want to kill 2 of them,
They're gonna be so confused.
Like,
Like,
what happened? Because you're
them,
in the
drag,
trees.
them dragging my body. That's all they're focused on. I disappear.
and they focused on me, they found me, so they all know that.
Did
I'm
they
here.
find you?
I'm going to go with that, yeah. That
Yeah,
their
so
perception check helped them find Doothmer, but they haven't decided what to do yet. And so, the tall guy you're holding right now will say, let's see. Drop your arms. We have you outnumbered.
¿Dónde está mi biblioteca? Take me to your library. What?
I like that. That's good. Then the turn passes to Smirgov. So, we'll say, yeah. We'll keep the initiative up. I was trying to come up with a reasonable, argument for why initiative could drop, as if you wanted to do bargaining, but I don't think that would happen. So I'm gonna just
Oh gosh, no.
kind of drop that idea.
There's no bargaining. Bargaining is going to be at the end of my Warhammer. Boom. Wakey, wakey. Remember those freaking nets you threw at us?
It's a good thing they didn't use something a little more powerful like poison darts.
It's true.
Okay, well, they don't have that sort of stuff, so. We'll go to Smirgoff then.
So we're only keeping 2 of them alive.
Now might be a good time
Well,
for an intimidation.
You can intimidate them by killing 2 of them.
Do we have a preference as to which 2 we keep alive?
Are they all the same, kind of?
They're all cultists in the same aware.
Yeah, you said that there's nothing special about them. Nothing outside the fact that they're cultists.
Sounds good. Well, might as well send some arrows at those 2 that are standing right next to each other.
That's what I was thinking. Because if he tries to run away, you can just jump down and
That's
grab
what I'm
him.
gonna do.
I'm gonna go after this one and grapple next.
Yep.
That stupid inflammation's coming back again. I don't understand what's going on. My mouth is swelling up and like I'm biting my cheek and my tongue when I talk.
Oh, I hate that crap. Because once you bite it the first time, it's like you bite it for the next, 3 days.
This is now the 3rd time I've done this. I'm taking ibuprofen to get the swelling down because I couldn't sleep last night because the swelling was so bad. Laying on my pillow had me biting my tongue.
Jeez.
Oh, damn.
And then it started happening at work, and I took ibuprofen, and that helped. And it's coming back again.
That's weird.
I don't know what's happening. I probably have
Sounds
death.
like Ryan.
I have cancer. This is the last session, guys. I'm not going to be alive next week.
Kill all of them.
Nah, you're gonna be doing this during recovery.
Alright, I missed your attack rolls. I'm sorry, Austin.
First one was a 16,
Okay, that hits.
and that is 6 damage.
Okay, that guy dies. I will eat a Mike and Ike for that one.
And next one is a 14,
Uh-huh, that hits.
Sweet.
and that'll be for 5 damage.
He survives.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you.
That means he might have only 1 hit point left. He'll be one of the easiest to freaking take down and knock out.
Just gotta kick him in the toe and he'll heal over.
So how long is a minute? So,
Almost kinda
is the
cool.
ground still shaking?
Yeah, a minute is 10 rounds.
Oh, freaking right.
I forgot that was still happening. Oh man, sometimes D&D can be a lot to remember.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, it just helps with my, when I stack here, because I will do
yeah, because it would be your turn next.
Alright, cool. So, his turn's done, is it? So, we
That's-
going to me?
Is correct, yep.
So thaumaturgy is 30 feet range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
16.
So I mean that puts me in a good range here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast, and I am going to make my everything's trembling, and I'm gonna make my voice 3 times louder than normal.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, "We have you surrounded. Lay down your arms."
Okay, now do advantage with a +2 for your intimidation.
Oh, that is not good. With a +2, 11 is the highest.
11 and a 6. You pass. The 2 guys who are not injured run.
Which way?
Same way as the rest of them. So they have all gone
So they're,
East.
like going this way?
Yeah, so I'd say you've been going north, they went east. Leaving you with the one guy who's unable to run away.
Are you sure? If with this guy running, does he pass by me to where I can jump down and grapple his ass?
Well, considering the maximum you could be was 30 feet up in the air, that would be 3d10 bludgeoning damage if you fell and you missed.
Oh, I don't want to miss.
Right. It would be a pretty hard target to hit. You just become a hole in the ground. I don't know. It's up to you. Do you want to risk it?
Not 3d10.
Okay. In that case, they dash and they take off, and initiative drops.
I need help down.
I'll catch you like I did. Like I did. What's his name?
I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm gonna crawl down.
I'll tell
Very
you up.
Please, don't hurt me anymore.
I will throw this net over you.
I don't even like this job. Like, I just work here, okay?
I'm gonna stay a little farther back because my voice is booming for a minute. So I don't want to like blow your ears.
Tell me where they are!
No.
He's hurting my own ears. Why would it stop?
I can't hear you. You
Speak
can't
louder. Okay, what would you like to interrogate him about?
You do it with the loud voice.
Is he wet in the crotch? Did he pee himself yet?
No, he's keeping his nerve for now.
So who sent you to trap this highway road?
It was all Signrath's idea. He knew we were being followed. He left us-
Signrath's not that smart.
Whatever you say.
Says the person with the 5 intellect.
We were told to leave an ambush in case anybody was following us.
Where did they go?
They went past these woods and then went east. Around Baldur's Gate. I knew they would never make it through the city.
Where are they going to?
They're headed north, that's all I know.
Kick 'em in the toes.
Where's the treasure going?
Okay, well, I will answer that question.
Jacob, get your ass over here. Yeah. Show you how to do this.
All right, youngin, this is how you interrogate.
He's gonna tell us something, or I'm gonna knock him out, and then we're gonna bring him back.
Okay, so this man responds to you truthfully. We'll just say your intuition. We'll say his
insight's a
intuition.
21.
Yeah, okay. He's speaking truthfully here. The caravan is gonna of these raiders, which is now made up of horses and wagons as well, is gonna continue raiding and pillaging towns as they head north, though he does not know exactly where they are going. He does know that there's been a change in plans. They're gonna head east around the city. It's too much of a threat to their operation right now. Waterdeep is the next big stop where they will start offloading their plunder.
Nice. So
How
they're
long?
gonna possibly run into.
How long?
How long have they been sitting here?
Just a day.
So we're about a day behind now. Day and a half behind. We're gonna be moving a little bit quicker than they are because they're pulling.
Are you gonna push for any more?
How many of you are there?
Over 200. We lost a few on the raid at Bearghost.
Yeah, that was us.
Please, don't kill me.
Should we check in on Kinnear? Ask him how Kinnear's doing? Our old friend.
Yeah.
How's our buddy Kinnear doing?
Kinnear? You mean that That Dragon Wing? I don't know much about him.
Put on your garb and be like, you mean my lackey? This was a test to see how you guys did it. You failed. What other information could we
That's
get?
what I'm trying to think of.
You know, if they're gonna skirt Baldur's Gate, that gives us advantage because, speaking freely, we go into Baldur's Gate, we give what's it freaking name?
Ontharfroom.
The lowdown on what's going on, and we go straight through the city to get up towards Waterdeep. You know, we might be able to intercept Leosin before he gets to Baldur's Gate, or we might be able to send messenger to Leosin in Waterdeep, letting him know that they are heading that way. Because if they're going to skirt Baldur's Gate, they got a long way to go around.
Are the cultists looking for anything specific?
We're looking for more valuables.
Why?
Was there for the Dragon Queen?
Do you have any books that are that are worth more than 10,000 gold?
No. I don't even know how to
You look
read.
like a scholarly fellow.
I don't know how to read. You look like a scholarly fellow. No, I've never read anything before.
He's lying.
Why skirt Baldur's Gate? Other than there's nothing how would Baldur's Gate hinder your operation?
From what I understand, we wouldn't be able to move the goods through the city. The roads are
That's true.
too narrow. We could not get the horses through.
And you're not allowed to have horses in Baldur's Gate.
This is correct. Beasts of burden are not allowed in the city. They cause too much of a headache.
So don't rob a bank in Baldur's Gate because there's not much in
Don't
there.
try to pull that Captain Jack Sparrow thing where you use horses and you rob an entire bank by tanking the bank.
That sounds fun though.
I know it sounds fun, but that's a different campaign. That's for a Pirates of the Caribbean themed campaign.
That makes sense. That'd be why they would skirt Baldur's Gate. They're gonna have a hard time doing that though, because there's a river that goes through there. So they'd have to go.
Chianthar?
Yeah, they'd have to go to an area in which would allow them to go over. Because I don't think they're gonna be forging with, unless they find a shallow spot. to
Are
go
all you
across the river.
cultists, are most of you cultists just doing this for a job, or do you fully believe in the cult?
Can I answer truthfully?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't want the Dragon Queen to come back.
I think once we get the information out of them, we can let them go.
We're not very free with talking to each other about these matters. If word gets out, those of us who are not loyal will be executed.
What if we
Where-
could? I want him to go back and
Where
start.
where do they plan on raising Tiamat?
I don't know.
I want him to-
Where is your end destination?
I heard something about a well.
The dragons.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want him to
Don't know where it is though.
go back to the cult and see if he can start telling them that we're gonna end this cult and you guys can help us.
Don't think they will go to the well until they have enough treasure.
It hints the fact they're going to go to Waterdeep, but they're not sacking Waterdeep with 200 people. Even if they have a blue dragon. Waterdeep's a decent sized city, if I remember right.
I don't know if there's anything we're missing.
I think they're gonna plunder like the small cities. They might use Waterdeep as a place to hold the horde.
Is Cyanrath with you at all times with the cult?
Yes, he's with the horde.
Where does he usually station in the horde?
Somewhere in the middle.
What's his he rank? Is he rank 5? 6? 8?
He is very high. I don't know. All that I know
Who do
I've
we have to
heard
kill
is
to get their freaking garb so we
all that I
can...
know I've heard is rumors.
Okay, so...
I've even heard people talk as if he is a worm speaker, but I don't know if he is.
Talking to worms.
I should speak to him in Draconic. I mean, like, I'm
What
the
other
only worm
rumors have you
speaker.
heard? Any other
I'm
rumors?
the only
that-
worm speaker.
There are all kinds of rumors. What kind?
Anything that might help us stop this cult.
You want to stop the cult?
Mm-hmm.
That would be hard.
No.
Can I do a perception check?
Just
to-
you three and the boy?
And our dragon.
I was gonna do a perception check to see if I could hear possible dragon around us.
Okay, go ahead.
Or hear
Yeah, there's
feet around
definitely
us.
tree cover around you, so it'd be hard to see the sky.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
It'd be it'd be a 10.
Not at the moment. You have a dragon?
If I heard anything,
Her name is
I'd
Fifi.
I'd call her down and be
do you-
like, Fifi, come.
What are you doing with the dragon?
No, don't
And then he
worry.
notices the 2 dragon eggs strapped to the side of the room. Like, are those the dragon eggs?
Maybe.
Maybe. What do you know? What do you know of these dragon eggs?
Those eggs were very close to hatching when we left them. If they're in the right conditions, they will hatch.
This is true. How many dragon eggs do you used to have?
We only had the 3 that I know of.
How many do you see?
Do the math. You may not be able to read, but you can count to 3. Use your feet.
You cooked one?
It was delicious. Run away!
Massive omelet.
Yeah, right.
Run away!
Chris, did you like play with G.I. Joe when you were a kid?
Oh hell yeah! Dude, I love G.I. Joes, man. We used to attack anthills and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Get them all set up. It was great. So,
He kind of doesn't know how to answer your questions anymore. He's just trying to like not get killed.
we got all the information that we could from him, so I think we should just go ahead and...
Do we want him to tell people anything? It's hard to-
We should almost tell him that, you know, we will, in a way, not necessarily be your friend. We will be
Merciful when we come across you again?
merciful if he gets back with the cult and relays information to us.
How will you know it's me? I know. But my name is Esdras. 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 Do you want to...
We will you know, when we want to contact you, we will contact you.
So you're saying you will let me go back? What will I tell them?
I think you tell them nothing. You
They-
tell them no one is following them, and and act as if nothing happened. And then
I lost everybody else. They all ran. Except for the ones that were killed. Surely they'll say something else.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, maybe we should just kill him.
No! No! Let me go. Let me go. I don't wish to hurt you.
We should just say, you know, tell them that you escaped, or that, you know, he escaped and joined the rest of them, and we can send your owl or something like that to get information through your eyes.
Good.
That is such a cool ability. You just passively mine so much information with that owl.
Yep.
Because we can show him the owl, and we can pretty much tell him we will talk to you when when
You
we
can talk
need
to
information.
owls?
No, I can be an owl.
What?
Yeah.
I can talk to dragons too.
It's true.
And wolves.
And wolves.
You are terrifying people.
I didn't realize I was so good with animals.
This always happens in every D&D campaign. There's always somebody who just like acquires all the animals.
It's one of those things. It's like
It's a rule. It has to happen in a campaign.
yeah, you escaped from us, and we can give him like some kind of a backstory where he escapes from us, and we tell him we will be merciful to him as long as he gives us information when we ask for it. Pretty much. So we pretty much tell him, go back to your cult and we will spare you as long as you remain useful to us. And when you're no longer useful to us,
Yeah.
you'll know.
Our dragon's hungry. Merciful on condition.
Pretty much. It's like, hey, you want to live? You want to live? Just help us out, and we'll help you. If you don't want to live,
We can arrange
might as well just.
I'd say that's mercy.
It's mercy.
Sounds
It's not
reasonable
me.
to
It's
me.
not me necessarily
Yeah.
threatening his life. It's like you'll just know, and who knows what that means.
Was your god going to be Savros?
No, I haven't quite aligned
Zeus
yet.
is nice because Zeus is, I believe he
Is
is
straight neutral.
straight neutral.
Did you have a deity Smirgoff?
No,
Okay.
did not.
I'll let that pass with Zeus. And anybody who's going for lawful good,
I am not.
that would be a stretch.
No, lawful good, that would be a stretch.
Yeah, that's a threat.
Yeah.
It's a threat, but I mean, who knows what it means
Yeah.
in the end.
Yeah, but a god would see through that if you were a good aligned character.
True. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Most definitely.
They're like, yeah, I know you didn't set any conditions. That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Don't be threatening his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, get.
You threatened me first.
Thank you for sparing my life. He gets up and he runs.
Or limps. He's got 1 HP.
Run away!
Yeah. He's got an arrow in him. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
leaves
use
an
the
actual blood trail.
You should have healed him before he left.
No, they knew he was damaged. If he came back healed, they'd assume something happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and what? How many hit points are you down, Austin?
I'm at 11.
You're at 11. What's your max?
25.
Ooh.
So 14 down.
You must have a pretty good
Okay, I'm gonna
constitution.
bust a.
What's yours? 24.
I'm gonna go ahead and
My-
use a level 2 cure
Constitution.
wounds
Or,
on
sorry,
you.
your health, I mean.
My health is 22.
So you gain
20 right now, but 20.
12, 13,
Oh,
14,
you're almost there.
15, 16, 17. So you're back at full health. You gain 17 health.
Oh, I know.
So you're at
in my
full
source.
health.
And level 3 has 24.
Thank you.
It's like, I know I've seen it on someone's sheet.
So I burned that one.
Um,
I didn't burn any other spells because I couldn't cast. Dang it. I was going to blow some stuff up. Lucky.
Jacob needs a little bit of encouragement because he's now a little bit shaken by this whole ordeal. Like, that has never happened to me before.
No, we're good, man. I can go past.
Is it gonna be okay? Is it gonna be more?
No.
No, you did great. You did great.
I've never shot a man before.
It's all good. You missed.
Didn't he miss?
He doesn't know that.
I never shot at a man before. I was just a kobold.
It's fine. It's not a person.
He's a little above a rat.
We need to get out of here.
I agree.
I agree. Thank you for
Let's
getting
move
the horses.
faster.
Good job with the horses. You kicked ass.
Thank you. Let's keep going. I'm gonna stay closer this time. And he leads you with a trot this time instead of a walk, as you've lost only a few minutes really. And that brings you up close to the suburb, where I'm going to take a moment to collect my thoughts, figure out what I'm going to do.
So the suburb is going to potentially have a stable for us to be able to, get our horses, tended to and stuff like that. It might be a good place for us to.
Well, not a lot of time has passed, has it?
Well, according to him, we'd get to Baldur's Gate by nightfall. So I'm assuming that if we're in the suburbs, it's probably late afternoon, early evening.
Oh yes,
dusk.
and I would like to also explain something that I don't think I've mentioned yet, which is.
This is an evil city.
So Baldur's Gate is on the north side of the River Chiantar. However, the suburbs expand outwards past the river on the south side. So you get to the suburbs on the south side of the river, you would have to cross the river to get to Baldur's Gate. Make sense?
Okay,
Yep.
Dang it. I thought the river went through Baldur's Gate there. Dang.
Kind of sort of does. The suburbs and Baldur's Gate blend together really well.
But the suburbs you're allowed to have horses in.
Yeah.
So they could They could bring the carts through the suburbs to get over the river and then skirt Baldur's Gate.
You will know for sure that you're in Baldur's Gate when you go through the gate that is named after Baldur.
Right.
Because that is why it's named Baldur's Gate. In fact, it'd be kind of interesting to talk with some of the natives there about that sort of thing, kind of learn about the city a little bit if you wanted to. Yeah, I would say Jacob gets you up to the outside of the suburbs, and there is a walled-in. This suburb is walled in, I should say. It has walls are about 50 feet tall, and you can see the occasional spire here and there. Though they're kind of weird spires. They're very straight, very thin, narrow, and tall. And then at the top, there's this little roof. It doesn't look like a guard tower. It looks like something else.
Are we still kind of following the tracks? Do we see where the tracks went at all?
Oh, they definitely peeled off to the east.
Okay.
So it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder what they're going to do, because if they go across the river and they have to skirt Baldur's Gate to.
Well, they went around this town, so they haven't even hit the river.
Correct.
So they went east around this little suburb that we're coming up to.
And Esdras didn't really have that information to give you. He's just not privy to that.
See, it makes me wonder what they're gonna do, because, that would be the ideal place to cross.
Mm-hmm.
Would be through the suburbs, because going this way, like I said, they're not gonna try to ford that, because, that's a major waterway, if I remember right. So they're not gonna Oregon Trail that. They're gonna die of dysentery. So, are they gonna come as far as this town here and try to sack this town? They
Which one
come
are you
up and
pointing
sack.
Is it the Scornooble?
Is that El Turur?
El
No,
Turel?
El Turel.
That's a long ways.
Yeah, because it's just on the other side of the river. So would they decide to come over here, sack this city, cross the river, sack this city, come up to Triel, and then make their way up this way to Waterdeep, sacking cities as they go? Because there's no cities as they go until they get the Dragon Spear. If they end up going around here and get back on Coastway and go over the, the Troll Claws, which would be difficult for them to do. Because the Troll Claws are like it's like a mountain, not necessarily like the Great Peak or the big mountains and stuff like that, but it's like the Black Hills.
Yeah.
That'd be difficult for them to go through with all their stuff. A lot of windy roads, a lot of up and down, so it might be easier for them to try to cross and come this way. It'll take them a little bit longer, but it'd be easier to travel. And they'd be able to get more gold. So if we're going to be in a suburb, I think we should try to get some information, maybe go to the tavern, get some information, see if anyone has seen where the Dust Cloud is gone, because they're going to be off-roading.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down.
Because maybe that's the best way. I think we need to try to get information, try to see which way they're going. Will they go that far?
You start to hear the sounds of this city as you get closer. It definitely sounds a little exotic to you. You catch with your noses the scent of something you've never smelled before. It smells like some sort of incense.
Opium.
Opium.
Oh no!
Oh, what does that smell?
Sniffing opium,
Yeah.
drinking peyote tea. Here we go.
This will be fun.
I loved me some opium.
As you come into the village, or not village, I mean town, you see writing above the doorway, which is open still, up until dark. And that's too many people for how late in the day it is. Hang on a second, this music's way too loud.
They're getting ready to do a hoedown.
It's a sandworm.
I love that you mentioned that. That would make me so happy. No, not in this case. What's weird is this is you see, first of all, the writing in what looks a lot like Arabic letters upon the gate, and below it, written in common, it says Little Calimshan. You wander in and you see people who are dressed in very different attire, turbans, long flowing robes. You see men and women dressed as if they came straight from the desert.
Why are these people in their bathrobes?
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you make a roll for ignorance?
I plead ignorance.
Performance check, I suppose. I don't know.
Can I do like an insight check to like? I guess it'd be. Wouldn't be a. I don't think it'd be an insight check.
What do you want to do?
So, I'm from the Sword Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
We met in Greenest. So what, would I have any kind of possible knowledge of these people? I mean, religion, history.
I'm fine with either. This is the sort of scene you're greeted with.
I'll do a religion. Because I have that's
AI
the
is
thing I have
everything now.
proficiency. Yeah. Not good. 7.
Okay.
Oh, who's that guy?
Oh, that guy's
We'll get there.
badass.
We'll get there.
So that guy looks cool because he's in fun plate.
Stupid Microsoft trying to interrupt our game. Rude. Okay, tell me again what you're doing, because I got distracted by Microsoft.
I was just doing a religion check to just see if I had any knowledge of
This culture.
the culture.
Okay, what'd you get?
8.
Limited at best. You're pretty sure they're desert folk.
Just it doesn't make much sense. I mean, to the north, I guess that might be desert region. So I mean, it makes a little bit of sense.
There are people that are walking past you. They seem to be speaking in a different tongue.
Is it a tongue that any of us recognize?
What languages do you know?
Dwarvish and common.
Draconic, Elvish, and or whatever. Draconic.
Common, Elvish, and Giant.
Yeah.
Y'all are very Western folk. You don't seem to know the Eastern stuff very much. Nope, you don't know what language they're speaking.
Okay.
They're speaking something that sounds very foreign to your ears.
Oh wow.
You don't see anybody that looks like you in here. In fact, that sound actually just reminded me. Not only that, there are no horses. There are camels.
Oh.
There are camels in here.
I don't think this is our spot.
It's really weird because there's grass, there's green trees, but there's a full desert culture in here. Very odd place.
Interesting. We must find the lamp.
See, I bet they can brew something fun.
Is there anything we see that's like tavern-esque?
There is definitely the Eastern equivalent, which would be, I don't know what you call it actually. I don't know the
lounge?
word for it. Let me see if
Yeah, hookah lounge.
The lounge, yeah.
Let's see, I would go in and be like, I'll have what they're having.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if we have something other than that, everyone's going to be like, who the fuck are they?
we'll call it an oasis. Since that's what the AI said. Yes,
Okay.
there is an oasis that you are that has a sign. It's decorated with fine textiles outside of the oasis, and there are no doors. It is open air, and there are people sitting down on little carpets, more like kneeling at very short tables, and on these tables are glasses of drink that you don't seem to recognize at first glance, eating food that smells quite different to your senses than you're used to.
Let's go try some. Let's go have whatever they're having.
She looks tasty.
Yeah, she look good. We're just these all cladded out.
Heck yeah.
People.
I'm a dwarf.
Excuse me, sir. May I have a bite?
Let's go.
Wait! Oh, you're not from here.
No, I've seen
Good
you.
observation.
Where are the chairs?
What is
Where's
chair?
everybody's shoes?
What is chair?
Where do we sit? We sit right here.
Kneel.
You kneel.
You kneel in front. He give you the food.
I kneel for no man. No, I'm just
Well, you don't get any food.
okay, I'll kneel.
So since I'm already short,
How
can I
you-
just stand?
Have this pillow. And he hands you an ornate, very nice looking pillow with tassels on it, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, thanks, man.
Save your knees.
I
Help when you get old like me.
I go to my knees and I lean back against the wall with the pillow up on my head.
I'm pretty short, so I might just stand. I'll be about the same height. I like to feel tall.
I actually, Yeah, I just sit down.
That's really funny. It's because you're pretty tall.
I play dwarfs and halflings and tieflings.
He kneels. It comes up to his chin.
If I kneel down, I will not be able to see over the table. This sucks.
Everyone here is human. And they are all of a darker skin tone that seems very fitting for the setting. Many of them are wearing turbans.
Is there a 7-Eleven around?
Yeah, right?
Anyone want a therapy? A big bro?
A man
I bet
who
there's some
looks like he's
everywhere.
probably like running this operation comes up to you. Good evening, good evening. What can I get for you?
I want a strong, stiff drink. What you got? This place seems a little expensive for my blood, huh?
He reaches over and he grabs a drink in this fine cup and he gives it to you. The finest tea.
Take it. Is it this? Is it tiny?
It's smaller, but it's not a tankard. It's definitely not a tankard size. It's smaller than a tankard. It's almost more comparable to like a wine goblet.
And you call
Okay.
it tea?
Tay.
Or tay?
T-E-J.
Okay. Well, I take it. You know,
Thank
you. Thank you.
Import from...
Slam it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Hey, you're surprised at how sweet it
Yeah,
tastes.
that's real
Very,
great.
very sweet.
2 more, please.
You said it, but
Are you guys gonna
One
get
to
something?
yourself, but if you drink that too fast,
you sold it by
I
the
don't feel a
gallon.
tingle in my fingers yet. 2 more.
it's not affecting you yet.
Not yet.
Oh, lordy.
2 silver per cup.
Damn!
I'll take 2 more.
He brings you 2 more.
I will just have one.
And I'm just gonna sit with it and sip the one for now. Hold both of them.
I will
That's
take
like
one.
in Back to the Future 3 where Doc Brown is in the bar overnight and he's just holding on to the one shot of whiskey. And Marty comes in, asks the bartender, like, how much has he had? Bartender's like, he hasn't. He just likes to hold them.
Right.
Just the one? What?
You said 2 silver a pop.
Yeah.
I'm just having the one.
They'd be sweet like pop, too. In case you're wondering. He says it's a Chaltian take on a Calim drink. Quite
Yes,
good.
I like it. What are you guys drinking? Are you guys doing?
I will also take one of what he's having.
One. He's already on 3.
I'm
I'm gonna have to carry his
For now.
ass out. I'm gonna have to use guidance to allow him to get a plus bonus on his freaking constitution rolls for being drunk.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Horse said, get back to your stables. What are you doing?
I want to walk mine out and let my horse have some.
Have you ever watched the show Gallivant?
No.
Oh my god. There's references in there I would use. That's a show to watch.
Let's see here. He brings you. I'm trying to remember. I have a resource I want to pull, but I can't remember where it is. Give me a second here, just for the sake of the role play.
I'm still drinking this, yeah.
Oh, I never printed that resource. Okay, that's why I don't remember where it is. It's on my computer. Okay, never mind. He brings in front of you a plate of meat, and it actually he doesn't bring it in front of you. He brings it to the table. It's this huge platter. So basically, if you want to partake, you drop a coin in the box, and that's the compensation for whatever you eat.
I drop a coin in the box.
Okay. It has.
That was coin.
Yeah. The flavor is almost fruity tasting when you bite into the first dish, and you realize that they're. I guess I don't know how to describe it other than it's made with dates.
Oh.
Is this dragon wing?
And then you take a bite of another, and it's a meat you have never tasted before, but it's also sweet. And then take another bite of another thing, and this one's really bitter. Ugh. And the guy who first invited you to sit down, take it easy on that one.
What is this, man?
It's leg of pancake.
What is leg of pancake?
If you do not know, you do not want me to tell you.
Oh.
No, I'm curious. I
So
like
you're like,
slowly
Doothmer,
reach,
this is all for you, buddy.
slowly reach
Hell
for
yeah.
another.
You have strength for such fun.
Thank you. I reach for another.
Gracias.
Eventually, after you eat a whole bunch, and he like warms up to you and kind of like figures out how to speak in more broken common. He lets you. He gets across the message that Ankeg is a giant beetle-like creature. You've been eating a giant beetle, and it has a very weird flavor to it. That it's
Dung beetle.
yeah, it's like one of those things that's like kind of gross, but you can't stop touching it and trying it because you're like, man, I gotta remind myself how bad. It's like I do this when I'm sick. I'm like, do I still have a sore throat? I do.
Yeah.
5 seconds later, yep, it's still there.
Doothmer, this is right up your
Man,
alley,
you gotta
buddy.
try these stuff, man.
And Austin, as you are in this Oasis establishment, you feel a little tug at your hair from above.
Ooh.
As you look up,
It is not me.
you see
He draws his. Hey.
you see a little monkey looking down at you, smiling. Oh, oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, this monkey spreads out wings and takes flight.
Oh, Jesus.
And he
We're in
flies,
Oz.
I'm like,
flies out of the Oasis, out into the streets.
We're in Oz.
Interesting. I'm assuming you guys saw that, right? I'm not crazy. That monkey had wings.
20.
I thought it
think
was
saw
my wine.
20.
It's quite the
Have you ever
experience.
seen a monkey with wings?
I have never seen these before in my entire life. What is that?
The heck are we?
It's flying monkey.
Did we encounter a tornado?
There are some.
How much for the flying monkey?
How much for the flying monkey?
Oh, wait, you catch him, you keep him.
Oh.
Oh,
It's Medicine City.
Oh.
sweet.
I apologize for my very not Eastern sounding accent, but I don't know what they sound like enough to do it, so I'm trying. It sounds more Russian than anything. Oh well.
It works.
It works. It's fantasy, it doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
And more customers move in and out. The sun has definitely set at this point. And you see very interesting looking lamps being lit along the streets. And you hear a ding, and then that ding resounds again slightly further off, and then again slightly farther off, a little bit more quietly, and then another time from a different distance but a lot louder. And as you're thinking about it, you're like, well, those are probably those towers that we saw. And you see, when that happens, everybody goes from their kneeling position, they stand up, they put their hands together, they bow, and then they get back down onto their knees, and they start saying something in their language.
What is happening? What are you doing?
He completely ignores you. Well, this goes on for about 5 minutes. Everybody does it.
Is the
Every
owner doing it as
si-
well?
Yeah, every single person in this town. And then you hear the ding, 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 ding happen again. And then they all stand up, bow, and then they go back to what they were doing.
Excuse me, sir. Which direction is Mecca?
You're getting the vibe of this very well, yes. This Mecca, I do not know what you speak.
Mecca, lecca, hi, Mecca, hi, ho.
Yes, we pray because it honor our God and it honor our King.
Who is your god?
Well, now that I can see that that's a prayer, maybe my religion check would be a little bit better this
I
time.
probably have it written down here.
Religion check at a 10. Not as good as last time.
You know what? It's funny. I tried to be really comprehensive in like coming up with terminology for stuff and names. I forgot to put down one for the religion. So
Not that significant then.
We shall name it Jafar.
Jafar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were praying to Jafar.
Okay.
Okay. Let me write that down so I don't forget it.
I have heard of this, Jafar.
Where is Yago?
Give me the lamp.
That's the monkey.
Not that Jafar. Different Jafar.
The monkey is
I just
Iago.
like the name.
Jaffe Jaffer.
How dare you slander our God by saying his name?
Who is Jaffer?
Do you have a merchant that sells enchanted stuff? Anything valuable?
In the morning you go to Bazaar.
Bazaar.
Bazaar sell everything.
Bazaar is awesome. Cool.
Yes.
Do you know where we might find our friend Ontharr Froom?
Ontharr Froom? I have never heard of this man.
For being a suburb of Baldur's Gate, I would think that you were familiar with the Order of the Gauntlet.
Are all the suburbs around Baldur's Gate like this?
No.
Just this one.
No, this is Little Calimshan, and it's quite unique in that it is the one that sticks out like a sore thumb. It is a completely different culture. In fact, when you mention Baldur's Gate, you see several men kind of genuflect in an interesting way, and then almost speak a word of like disgrace or discourtesy towards the city.
Have you been here before, Baldur's Gate?
The people.
Yeah.
When we fled Kalam Desert and sought refuge, we were denied entry. Ever since then, we do not pay respect to Baldur's Gate. We create our own city and call it Little Calimshan,
Is Jacob
after
still
our
with us?
home, Calimshan.
I don't know, Jacob should still be
Is
with
Jacob
us.
still with us?
He needs to spend the night and then he's gonna go home. Yeah.
Right, but okay, so I'm gonna just turn and ask him, where the heck did you take us?
It
Do you
is-
know this place?
It's the suburb of Baldur's Gate, yeah. This is one of the ways into the city. This is...
So you
Don't worry about
you've
it.
come through here.
Yes, I've been through here before.
Okay,
It is safe. Just don't offend them.
just don't
Don't offend them.
say anything bad about their mamas.
For that matter, don't offend the Baldurians either.
I have no intention of doing so. That's why I'm sort of like, where are you taking us? This seems a weird detour.
What should we like find a room or something, or?
I think we should try to just continue into Baldur's Gate if possible.
Okay.
I don't know if I trust the suburb.
Okay.
Good luck leaving the city at night. It is dangerous.
The city is dangerous.
Why? What is dangerous?
But the wildlife outside, It takes a long time to cross the sea. Little Calimshan is not as little as its name suggests.
So yeah, we should probably find a hotel.
Okay.
It is Arab, so there's probably plenty of them. There's my racist. There's my inner racist. Damn it, Chris.
And we're flagged.
That's a bad dude.
One more strike on my YouTube channel. I don't have any strikes. This will be the first one.
Probably. my character has a 5 intellect. Guy.
What's that, Austin?
I said, gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere. Okay, well, the Oasis is... It would be weird to say right next door to a place to sleep because there's, like, no doors. It's just like an open market, almost, where people just respect the boundaries. Instead of walls, they have large carpets or textiles hanging down that sort of block you from going from one space into the next. So you do go out, like, down around the steps to the next one. You can see that the bazaar is all closed up, but it would look like this when it was daytime.
Okay.
This image I just pulled up.
So if we're if we're gonna get like some kind of a room here, even though they respect boundaries, they also said it'd be difficult to cross the city at night. So I don't know if I completely trust it.
We can still do watch.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we should probably do some kind of a watch, just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
Because we did mention Baldur's Gate, they're not too kind about Baldur's Gate. So
Yeah.
just sort of want to just make sure no one interrupts our
That's what we're gonna do.
slumber.
Okay. Well, next door they have beds, and that's a little bit of a generous word for it. They're silk cushions that are large enough for, well, I mean, there's enough of them that you could lay down. There's no, like, way to close a door or anything like that.
Dude, man, that's huge for you.
I know.
It's kind of
I'm
some curtains
excited.
hanging down, maybe, that you could use to sort of get a little privacy.
I'm excited about this.
And there's
Yes.
definitely some that have the curtains drawn already, like people are already sleeping.
I'll take first watch.
It won't be when I'm fall asleep, be snoring like a crazy dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep this 2 hit points back.
Okay.
Then Austin, you too, whatever you've lost.
He's back to 0. He's
Yep.
good. Get my spell back.
I am good to go.
Got my
A
prepared
lot of horses
spells.
out at night, apparently.
Even though now I might change my spells up a little bit just because we're in a city.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my. Did anything happen on my watch?
Nothing happens on any of the shifts.
Okay.
Sweet.
You are left left alone. Unbothered. And as the sun comes up in the morning, you see the glory of this little suburb, big suburb, as people flood the streets.
Nice. So is this where Jacob leaves us?
Yes, Jacob ends up going, is saying farewell and thank you. I will ride with all speed back home now.
Be careful.
So we
I will.
should give him a tip.
Yeah, we should. We gave his little sister 3 gold pieces.
Give
Give him
him
a couple silver.
3 gold tip.
Give him a gold.
Yeah, we'll
Group fund it.
yeah,
Gold?
we'll give
Yeah,
him
1 gold.
Give him a gold and for his trouble. And was there anything that he? Obviously, if they sent him to escort us to Baldur's Gate, I would assume that they wanted him to get supplies, possibly, or anything like that.
Yeah, he gets some supplies for his family. Yep.
Yeah, so we can take care of that and give him a gold
Yeah.
tip.
Sounds good. It comes out to like 10 silver for what he needed to pick up.
That's 1 gold.
Yeah.
So 2 gold.
I unfortunately
That way-
separated all my old notes out into this folder and set your group fund in here.
Yeah, as a thank you, we pay with our 88 stacks of 8 copper. we find a bank and we chip up
Found it.
88 stacks of 8 copper.
Nice.
That's so. That sounds like my chickens.
So
Which when you guys leave, I have to go and make sure that none of them are outside because they've been like not going in,
Yeah.
and we have coons around here. So
Oh jeez.
okay. Speaking of which, it's 15 degrees out, so before you go, you should let your car warm up.
Yeah, I was going to about 15 minutes still.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Okay, the streets are busy. There's lots of people. And as you're making your way towards Baldur's Gate, did you want to stop at the bazaar at all?
Yes.
We can take a gander just to see what wares and stuff they have.
Okay, very good.
I still want a scythe.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I really wanted to find ambience of people talking that was in like Arabic or something. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
So they're all talking English, which doesn't make any sense. At the bazaar, there's like 5 main categories of things that you can get. There's textiles, there's metalwork, ceramics, foods and spices, and then there's other miscellaneous goods. So any of that kind of seem interesting?
Metalwork. And spices.
Okay.
Metalwork would work for me,
Okay.
depending on what they have.
Austin, you want some dress robes?
I would love to check out the textiles.
Heck yeah. So I mean, this is some cool stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
See what kind of patterns they got.
Like some of the armor and stuff like that is
Yeah.
gonna be cool stuff, but it's probably gonna be out of my
Their
price range.
well, their light
But-
armor would be sick to rock.
Well, even chain would be nice. I think I'll have better luck finding chain in Baldur's Gate, or at least a full suit. Here it might be just a chain shirt along with robes.
So interesting thing, you really don't see much in the way of like metal.
Yeah, like armor.
Metal armor. And as you're thinking about it, it makes sense.
It's not
If they
armor.
come from the desert, metal would be really hot.
Yep.
So there's a lot of light armor stuff here that isn't metal. So if that's something that'd be interesting, you'd be interested in, you could definitely get something that would be quite exotic looking and fulfill your armor desire.
Would they trade?
Yeah, Bazaar does a lot of trading. Yeah,
You
There's
have
a
your
lot of
studded
bartering.
leather.
Yeah, I
right
got
now.
the studded leather that I can trade.
Yeah. Let's start with Austin. 'Cause he was interested in textiles.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have a lot of silk fabrics. They have brocade, velvet, and satin. A lot of elaborate clothing items. Then they have like this very special looking lace called Oya that they have. Yeah. That's what they sell at the bazaar. That's what they got for textiles.
Okay.
You might as well go for like. Do you wear light armor?
I do wear light armor, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can wear medium armor as well, but
Yeah.
I think you can go up to leathers. I don't think rangers can go above leathers.
do they have like? I'm assuming they're just selling this textile in bulk. Do they have any shops that are actually making anything out of it?
Yeah, they do. I was speaking more broadly there for a moment.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me take a look at it.
We're gonna look so out of place if we're not here.
It's gonna be kind of cool though.
Yeah. I wanna trade in for some of this cool exotic stuff. I'm gonna look like that ninja guy. Did I tell you my idea, Austin?
Oh, you can go, yeah. You can go.
You've had a lot of ideas
Oh yeah,
since I've known you.
that's true. Since for my 2 weapon fighting, I can wield 2 weapons even if they're not light. So I want to do 2 like dual scythes because I think that would be fucking just awesome looking.
Grim Reaper?
Double, just 2.
That's a little.
So could you dual wield great swords then?
Yeah,
Oh lord.
technically.
What?
But there would definitely be a downside to swinging them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do long swords because those can be both double or single-handed. So that would probably be the most fitting if you wanted that sort of flexibility.
It's not the sword I had. It was a hand half.
Well, what is a finesse weapon?
Finesse is something that I think it's one-handed and it's close range and it's very light damage. It's things like rapiers, daggers, like a Bowie knife would be probably a finesse.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Mediums.
So I would say
Wow, you can go up to half plate.
that the Calimshanites offer you in the bazaar the opportunity to have the equivalent of studded leather, but it has a different appearance. It looks like flowing robes from the desert, and it comes with a matching turban.
Ooh.
The cost of it would be 33 gold pieces for that. Unless you wanted to trade.
Medium does go up to. Wow. I did not realize a ranger could get all the way to half plate. That's crazy. Although in his instance, I mean, it'd almost be better to.
I'm assuming the armor would provide the same stats as the light armor I have on now.
That's what I'm going with, yeah.
Well, would this vendor be interested in a trade for my pristine, never been touched Western style leather armor?
Sure. Yeah, he is interested in it because it is not something that he carries in stock, and so it would be a novelty item to him.
Yeah. 1-for-1 trade?
You have a deal.
Very well.
Damn, that was a good deal.
He's essentially getting exactly the same stats, but he looks way cooler.
What about me?
he
What
has-
about?
He has.
Well, yeah,
Sorry.
he's getting studded leather. I mean, so he's getting light armor stats, but he looks way cooler.
Oh yeah, the studded leather is gonna be cool because he gets full dex modifier then too.
Yeah.
12 AC plus dex.
I want to trade. I want to look.
You want to do the same thing?
Yeah, I want to trade. As well.
1-for-1 trade.
Yep.
The
You're
two
gonna
of
get
you are going to
studded.
look like you're from like Saudi Arabia.
That's fine. Yeah, I think that'd be.
It'll probably be better, you know, in the area in which we're probably
Yeah.
gonna be traveling.
It'll be
through.
cooler. Hopefully.
Me, I'm gonna upgrade a full chain, so I'm gonna be burning up like crazy, but I don't care.
All right. Well, then we'll trade for you.
Okay. Sweet.
The particular armor that you have taken on has a name. It's called Sohar. Sohar.
So hard.
And the helmet piece is a turban. That's it for the textiles, and those are textiles.
Okay.
On the inside, you can tell that there is a little bit of a stronger material, so that you don't get sliced by a scimitar. But it is minimal because it's light armor.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like a leather maybe is worked into the Sohar in a way that seems quite skillfully done.
It's like Mithro, but on the light scale.
Yes, they know what they're doing. Somebody was interested in metalwork, like weapons? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. You find that they have more scimitars, and then they have something that's a little bit larger that looks kind of similar.
Like a longsword?
No, it's still a curved blade.
A saber?
It's a falchion.
Falchion. Okay. Falchion's
You know
a
what a falchion is?
No, but I kind of want one.
It's like a long sword, but of the curved blade variety.
Yes, please.
So you'd be able to use it one-handed. And so the falchion would use the the longsword stat.
Falchions are cool.
Where is it here? Longsword. So that would be 11 gold pieces for the falchion.
What if I traded or tried to trade scimitars?
You want to trade some scimitars?
Yeah.
Scimitars are worth 18, so you would have some left over.
So I want 2 of those.
2 falchions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that would come out to a total in gold of 22. And if you wanted to trade in both scimitars, you would have 36 gold. You'd be trading in 22, so you'd have an additional 14 left over that you can keep.
Okay. Yeah, let's
So
do
you'd
that.
have give yourself 14 gold, or did I say 14? I meant
Yep.
16.
16
Give yourself 16 gold, and remove the scimitars and add 2 long swords in stats, but just call them falchion. And so I will get the spelling for you because
They're pretty close. They're pretty close to what a longsword is, but they have that flare, so they look like this.
Oh, sick. I like that.
So they have that flared end, and they come to a point, so they're really, really cool looking blades. And they're
FAL.
long, they're huge.
Falchion.
What is the bonus on it? Or do I get the
Some
same
of them are
attack
cool,
bonus as I had?
Some were curved.
So we would go
Pretty
to
cool.
Because it would still be the same since my 2 weapon fighting style, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and long swords can be used one-handed. I will get you the longsword stat block and put it on the screen for you. And then you can copy that,
Oh, that one's cool looking.
and we'll just rename it as Falchion.
Okay.
That one's wicked.
Let's see, long...
Because most falchions are
Oh,
dual bladed as well. Big front blade, and then the tip is bladed on the other side.
Oh, I'm totally about it.
Oh yeah, they're cool weapons.
there you go.
Really cool weapons.
1d8
Yep. Die.
plus my regular attack bonus, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and plus your strength modifier for damage.
Yep, so your damage modifier would be strength modifier.
How is my scimitars plus 6?
Probably +4, and then
The same plus my
Probably
thing.
proficiency because you're proficient in scimitars, weren't you?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
proficient in, I guess, light.
I'm proficient in like martial weapons and like light weapons and martial weapons, so I get the +2 plus my strength modifier.
So this is a martial sword.
So, martial weapons, simple
Okay, you're
weapons.
proficient. So
Yeah.
add your proficiency bonus to that as well.
So it would still be 6. Sweet.
Your strength is 18.
So would it be the
think
plus? Would it be the +6 to hit 1d8 plus 4, or would it be plus?
1d8 plus. Might be +3.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that.
And you can become more proficient in that over time if you wish.
Okay. Sweet.
There we go.
I'm good.
Showing all the wrong images. Let's see. Doothmere wanted to look at some stuff as well. Is that right?
I was just mainly looking at armors and stuff like that. I didn't expect to get anything here. I expect to get my stuff at Baldur's Gate.
At best, they have a chain shirt.
Yeah.
They really don't like the kind of armor that you're looking for because it just doesn't work in the desert.
I didn't expect it to, but I mean it's worth looking. Because unfortunately, chain shirt just is a downgrade for me.
And you wanted to look at spices. They have coffee. They have cinnamon, cardamom, saffron, and then they have dates, raisins, and other dried fruits. So it's a little specific, but
Coffee.
coffee,
I want a little bit of coffee, yeah.
Arabica beans.
Yeah. There you go. Do they have acai here?
Why is coffee? Coffee is such a big part of our lives. They do not have acai, I'm afraid.
Okay,
They have
that's fine.
dates and raisins.
That's fine.
Which is supposed to be making those sorbet, raisin sorbet would be so good.
How much for the coffee?
Let's see. I will find out. It's taking me a bit. Cool thing is I have this awesome set of tables for all this stuff. Ah, here we go. The sheep is very talkative. Coffee. For a single cup, it's 3 copper pieces.
Yep.
But if you want to be able to make, I don't know, like a dozen, you could multiply that by 12 and have 36 copper for 12 cups of coffee.
And it's beans, right? Or it's coffee
Yeah,
grounds?
beans or grounds or
Yeah.
something like that. You could definitely brew it yourself.
Sweet.
Over a campfire.
I'm gonna do the 30.
The 36 copper pieces.
Yep.
Sounds good. Good doing business with you.
You as well.
And that about covers the bazaar, I think.
Yep.
But while you are there, a man stares at you, Taryn, and he says something to you. He starts shouting, but you don't understand what he's saying. You don't have comprehend languages, do you? Didn't think so.
You see,
Maybe like,
that's right. I wield 2 falchions.
Yeah, right. Got him strapped up.
He stops yelling in his language, starts yelling in common. What are you doing looking at my wife?
Yeah.
There's a woman standing next to him with, like, I think it's called a burqa? No, what do you call it when they're, like, fully covered, except for the eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a woman?
What are you talking? You can't even see her.
Who?
He escalates the situation, and now people are starting to walk by looking at you, kind of giving you the evil eye.
Why are you looking at my wife? I point to him.
Another man comes up behind you and he taps you on the shoulder. You must respond appropriately, or you will be in trouble.
What's
You must not be from here.
appropriately?
And do as I do. And he kind of genuflects and then bows. And he expects you to do the same.
Man, it seems like a lot of effort there.
For not even looking at
Yeah,
a girl.
literally.
Didn't even roll a perception check to see if she was cute.
You wouldn't see anything. Fully covered.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good. And the man who was yelling at you does the same, and then he turns around and he quickly ushers his wife the other direction. Like, these stupid foreigners coming into our city.
Hey man, I
you
look
know
just
the
like...
rules are. They think they can just look at my wife. And the man who came up to you and instructed you what to do says, "Well done. My name is Tayyib al-Yassin. You have spared yourself much grief.
Well, that's good.
Why were
Would
you
have
looking
gone
at
to
the
the Sharika courts."
I was worried my wife was going to get offended. You wouldn't want to see her offended.
He would have used the Tukusun Akamanai on you.
The Vulcan death grip?
No, the Tukus un Akanmanai.
Does he not see what's on my back?
No
He
matter
wanted
what's on
to
your back.
teabag you. He wanted to put his tuckus in your eye.
You would have been called before the king.
Oh,
Would have been
I
called
totally misread
before Abdulaziz bin Abdul Rahman.
ramen sounds good. Take me there.
No,
Now we're speaking.
Yeah, now we're speaking.
I think you no understand the grave situation you avoided, especially from a foreigner such as you.
Yes. Well,
People always like to mess with the foreigners.
yeah. Listen, we just bought a bunch of stuff from you guys, you know.
You must be careful. Must be careful. You are in second wrong page. You are in.
What did she just say?
Something about pisses.
I don't
I'll
know.
say never pisses when you need it.
That was Badri Al Saud. Al Saud. You're in the Al Saud Judak right now.
That
Must
guy
be
that
careful.
ran away?
No, he ran away.
Oh.
You appeased him by protecting his honor.
Well, when he ran away, I think he left his honor behind.
That is not how it works.
Oh.
You insulted his honor by looking at his wife.
You can't even tell it was his wife. I was just looking around.
If I could give you a bit of advice, don't talk so freely while in Little Calimshan.
That's what you get for buying something.
Yeah, right?
You must be careful, especially in the Al Saud Judak.
This is not my
When you
time.
move into another Judak, it will be different. You must be careful.
We should get out of all
What's
Judaks.
wrong with this Judak?
Drudak.
Yes.
Do you know what Drudak is?
No?
No.
Oh, I see. It's a place that belonged to family Al Saud.
Oh.
You insult honor of Drudak by looking at his wife. He would send Sadiman after you.
I whispered to Deuce she looked better when she was walking away, though. Yes, I don't mean to offend.
You send Sadiman and Alamkar.
Yes. These words mean nothing.
He sent Gordon Soto after you.
Sweet.
Okay.
He
We should-
arrested
we
you
We
for
should
looking at wife.
Oh,
It is
jeez.
different here. I understand you are not from us, from this place. I just give you warning.
Don't worry, we will be leaving
Be
here.
careful. Do not look at
She
people.
looked at me first.
She was eyeing me up and down.
Yes,
I
yes.
can't help it. I can't help it. I got new armor.
Keep your eye out for Amlakar.
Amlakar. What does he look like? What does he wear?
The gods, Amlakar.
Oh, the god. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, them. We will keep an eye
yes,
out.
okay. We need to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, we should probably go. I think we overstayed our welcome a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you for indulging me. I really wanted to do all that. I think I developed a bit of a new Arabian accent that doesn't exist in real life.
She looked at me first. Just because my
she was
new
looking
armor's
at my
sexy.
swords.
In reality, she wasn't looking at you. You weren't looking at her. He just picked on you because you're a foreigner.
You're a foreigner and spending a lot of money in his Judah.
If only he knew the attack combo, I could have whipped on his ass.
Yeah, you were in his kanduk inside of his drudak. Yes, these are real words. By the way.
I am a free man.
Freaking, like, easy.
By the way, I didn't make any of that. Most of that up. That actually came from the Forgotten Realms wiki, which is kind of cool. They really developed Calimshan lore a lot. This is why I said I was excited to get you to little Calimshan.
Sweet.
Because like,
Where the hell did
it's
you
so
take us?
exotic.
So I was
Okay.
like, Jake, what are you doing? Walked into a totally different world here.
Well, you're headed to Baldur's Gate. Well, there's a bunch of suburbs, and I'm like, oh, let's look at the suburbs. What's this little Calimshan? And I looked it up. Oh no way, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like Arabian, and it's not in the desert. How cool is that? I want to try to flesh this out, so I spent several days like gathering information and kind of getting it stuck in my head, and then I made lists of terms and stuff. Like, I wanted to be, because I guess this was is this effectively like the end of what I have prepared for you tonight. My idea was I was gonna put you in that situation with the guy yelling at you for looking at his wife, and that if you like did not do the proper response, that he was going to call the Samlakar or the Almlakar, and they were going to escort you to the court, the Sharika court, and then you would be beneath the king, and he would pass judgment on you as to whether or not what was going to happen. And that was going to be a whole other like encounter idea, but you responded very well, so that's not necessary.
Well, it was
Get
some,
my buddies
yeah.
in here. We're just gonna get escorted out of here.
I think without much trouble, you're able to pass through several Drudaks, which are different neighborhoods belonging to different great families, without any issue.
We are allowed to have horses in this city, right? So yeah, we can just get on our horses
Yeah.
and just skedaddle
Yeah.
to a different suburb to where we can house our horses. That's a little bit more welcoming.
Well, you end up finding the exit gate, which leads to a bit of undeveloped area, but it does have like the occasional more like Western style stuff off to the side as you leave little Calimshan behind and come back into what feels much more familiar, the West.
Nice.
Sweet. So we should most definitely get on the other side of the river,
Yes.
house our horses.
Okay, I think
And
I will.
go into Boulder.
Okay, let's go a little further. I'm not quite done yet. I need to grab my Baldur's Gate folder. So I never.
Now that we lost Jacob, and he's off to back home and stuff like that.
Much bigger folder. Much more stuff.
Baldur's Gate's huge.
It is massive, and may I say, it's very hard to find actual D&D lore now because of the game being out. Everybody's like, Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 3. Like, come on, I don't want to read about Baldur's Gate 3. I want to read about the lore.
Yeah.
Right.
It's actually really hard to find the right stuff because of that. So
That's one of the things, one of my D&D friends from my old group, he is the lore guy. So like he's one of those people that just is a gatherer of information. So he's Catholic, and he is, I call him deacon because of the fact that he is just 100% like the lore guy when it comes to Catholicism. He knows Catholicism inside out, backwards, forwards.
That's me with Lutheranism.
Yeah, so you name it, he wants to know everything there is to know about Catholicism. And even other religions and stuff like that. One of his favorite things is to, get into religious debates and stuff with people.
Oh, it sounds like I get along with him really well.
Oh, dude, he
I spent many days
he loves it.
working on that stuff.
He loves it, and he'd probably even like it more so that, with Lutheran, because they're so close together, but they're so far apart at the same time.
Yeah, that couldn't be further from, that couldn't be more true.
Yeah, so he would love to go head to head, and he just enjoy that. But he was the lore master guy, so when it came to any of the MMOs and it came to like D&D, he was the person that would go through and he would just obtain knowledge like no one's business.
That's cool.
Like the stuff that he would find and the lore that he would find, he would just spend hours online just finding lore about, like Greyhawk and all these places that we're going up against. And it was intimidating because of the fact that I'm DMing these events.
Yeah.
And I'm going to town and I do like, I did a lot of research myself, but like
he makes it difficult because he knows more in his actually.
Exactly, but he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it like during the session. He'd pull me aside at the end and he'd be like, "Actually, it's this and this and this and this is where you can find that information." I'll be like, "No,
Yeah, that's.
But at the same
annoying.
time, it was good because he's a good resource.
Yeah.
And getting that lore and learning it. I mean, I'm not like a learn from a book kind of guy. I'm not. I've never been really good. I'm not a good school person. I don't like school. So like me reading, like I can read fantasy, and I can read like story and stuff like that, and I can understand and I can comprehend. Maybe not at the full scale, but I can comprehend, enough. And but like textbooks, stuff like that, going through a textbook and trying to read it and trying to learn it and trying to do it it's much more difficult for me for some reason.
I have a tiny bit more, I think, that just came to me before I call it quits. As you get close to the city, you see a wave of people coming from the east along the river Chianthar. There's like a little path alongside the river. And you see at where you surmise like an eastern gate to Baldur's Gate would be, like a much smaller one than the well-known big Baldur's Gate. You can see people coming into the city in droves, which seems quite out of place. But you stand in front of the south gate, the iconic Baldur's Gate. And let's give you the image of Baldur's Gate. Oops, I think I opened some stuff that I wasn't supposed to.
I might start my car.
This is a good idea. That's the gate.
Ooh,
That's a good looking gate.
That's a nice
It
looking
is
gate.
a good looking gate.
That is a big gate.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea to warm up your car.
Warm it up.
Is it getting cold there?
14 degrees.
Yeah,
Oh.
nice and chilly. It was a balmy 6, I think, this morning at my house. It was 7 degrees out at
Here's
the
your
Bentonite Mines in Colony.
probably
Oh wow.
I'll
put
grab
this
it
in
here
your
in a
car.
second. Oh, I'll grab it when I leave. Here, I'll just go start my vehicle real quick.
There's a high of 59 here today.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I wish.
I think it got to 27 or 28 here.
Nice.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
being cold.
Austin, you know what makes me happy?
Nothing.
Knowing that if you and I ever fought with characters, I would win.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's It's factual.
Because you see, he thought the opposite, and like it's pretty cool that he would beat you.
No, I don't think he was thinking that at all.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
I'm glad that you think that, and I'm glad that makes you happy.
'Tis true.
You can continue to think that way.
You two are more like brothers than cousins.
No,
No.
I'm nothing
Not a-
like him.
Not a chance.
Okay. The gate stands before you, open, with two different kinds of guards standing on either side. One is wearing the insignia of the Flaming Fist. You recognize from Baraghost. The other is wearing a different insignia. I think that's the right word. And you would probably guess that is a member of the City Watch. And so there's a serious difference between those two. And I don't know if you would know what that is, so I'm just going to leave it be.
And you walk by going, "You're not going to arrest me for looking at your wife, are you?"
He just doesn't even respond. Go along.
So you said that there is droves of people, like, entering. How far away are we from those people going in?
Miles.
Miles. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like something I can be like, "Hey!"
No.
Okay.
It's just an interesting thing you see. And kind of piques your interest for a moment, but goes away as you walk into the city, and then you have to figure out where to go, because you know you're going to a pair of black antlers, but now that you've stepped foot into Baldur's Gate, you're like at a loss for where in this massive city you would go. I mean, there's a view of it, port view.
Baldur's Gate is huge.
There's another view. And that's the gate right there. So that is where you are. So
That's a big city.
what would you like to do? That way I can be prepped for it next week.
So, we're going to give information. We're gonna
To
obviously
Ontha,
meet up
right?
with Ontha,
Yeah.
Froome, and give him the information that we have and everything like that, and let him know what we know, and that they're skirting Baldur's Gate to head towards Waterdeep. See what knowledge he has, so on and so forth. I definitely want to hit a store here.
I would love to hit a store here too.
And get some supplies, find a place to get the armor that I want, and
Yeah. Couple
prepare
taverns.
for departure, because we're going to not stay very long here, I don't think. Because if they're going to Waterdeep, we need to send word. I think maybe there's a courier or something like that Unthar Froome has that can get word to Leosin quickly to have him warn Waterdeep that they have people incoming.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, then I will work on that for next week, and we will leave you standing just inside the gate. And I think
Yeah.
that's a good place to stop.
So I think we should definitely try to get out of Baldur's Gate as quickly as we can, even though it's a cool city, there's a bunch going on there. But if they're heading towards Waterdeep, I think we need to beat them there. So I think we should get the information to where we need it, have him send out couriers to all the surrounding cities to warn them of the impending danger, and to get our butts up to Waterdeep,
Danger, danger.
pretty much.
Okay.
Sweet.
And race our butts up there and try to beat them there.
What do we got for XP?
Yeah. XP is gonna be 300 apiece tonight.
Very nice.
Sorry, 400 apiece. I did the math wrong.
When do we get to level 5? What is
It's a while.
it's a while.
Okay.
37 to 41.
Well, we had one viewer on the stream. I don't know who it was. We had at least.
They were like, "Oh my god, that tall
30
dwarf
views
guys are
total.
racist.
Total watch time 27 minutes. Average view duration 55 seconds. Wow. Total duration was 4 hours. So that was not worth it.
Oh, so someone watched for 27 minutes?
Peak, no, well, yeah. Peak concurrence, 2 people. And that ate through my battery life, even though I was plugged in the whole time.
You were plugged in the whole time and you lost battery life?
Yep.
Holy moly.
All right, well, I'm going to call it there for